But Lali-ho, friends, and welcome back to Kupo Quest. I feel like we've been gone literally like 2 years, but it's been what, like a month. But
Correct.
and I don't have anything to tell you because the campaign as we know it is over. We had our last episode. There's no, well, I mean, everything's previously on at this point, but I'm not going to recap the entire episode. Well, they start the entire series while they sit here and look at me. But yeah, it's done. But we couldn't get enough of each other, so we're here to do a campaign wrap up. And the point of this really is to talk about what our characters are doing now. Just a little bit of falling action. What are they doing now that the day is saved? Lauren will talk about other things he wants to see because literally all of his characters are dead. So
Yeah.
Psychic, I'm gonna mute
Rip.
Psychic. He's
Yeah.
not allowed to talk for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that just talk about like what our favorite moments were, and we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit and kind of wind that down, and just see what these characters would be up to in the coming months and years after the curtain falls. So I have no
So you'd be
agenda.
like
I'll go
Australian
first, then.
screeching in the corner.
Yeah.
So
I'll
we
go
can
first.
we
I
can
finally get to live out my dreams of dying. No, I'm kidding.
over and over. Okay, well, on that subject, let's
Oh,
just
God.
so before we actually get into any RP, I wanna ask group poll here. Which of Psychic's character deaths did you like the best?
No, Zach.
Only
No,
one I
Zach.
ever experienced.
That's fair. That's fair.
I have a sample size of 1.
The only wrong answer is Bailey because that was just stupid. But the
So
others,
anticlimactic. I have
It was-
problems with that episode. I was so unlucky with my rolls. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
that
deserve
episode
to
was-
die.
That episode was
gave
very
it a
unlucky.
good try.
Everything that happened
Right?
made sense. It was
Oh.
just incredibly fucking unlucky for Bailey.
It was
Now-
so bad.
It was incredibly unlucky.
here's the thing. Okay, Bailey won for sure, but Bailey died twice. And the second one actually was
Yeah.
kind of cool. I did like the second one. I enjoyed slitting your throat. It gave
The
me
best
answer is no Zach because he blew himself up.
Yeah, Nozak's
Yeah.
self-sacrifice, I think, was
self-sacrifice.
one of
That's
my
fucking cool.
favorite
Yeah.
moments of the entire series, to be honest. It was
Oh.
just so good.
Hey,
I fucking English
Sorry, my
class
kittens are being a
theory
menace.
lit can come up with a whole analysis of that death. It was so fucking good.
That was Ugh.
I
So yeah,
am-
let's do that. Let's start in the past, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll move on to the future and where everybody is and all that stuff. So yeah, I could go on for all, and it feels weird. I don't want to ask you like what was your favorite because I feel like I'm like, tell me what I did the best, right?
Yeah, right. Give me compliments.
Give
peasants.
me
Love
compliments
yeah.
about how amazing this was of an experience for all of you peasants. But
cool,
no,
so I'm immediately going to every character except the DM.
Yeah.
that's fair.
His favorite part about the campaign was the DM.
Oh, fair.
Damn.
That's fair. That's fair. I take that criticism. So
Now, I have to say, my personal trainer asked me who was my favorite DM on Wolfkin's channel, and I was like, well, obviously the person who runs the channel.
oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you
But-
have to say that.
Just in case I'm listening.
Yeah.
You're behind me at the Crunch Fitness, like. She talked
And
Well, I
also,
I do know where you live. So
Oh god.
okay. Okay. Also,
Again, remember, we
haven't
know
run
each other.
anything on the channel yet.
you haven't. Oh, is that a challenge? That sounds like a challenge. I haven't
Well,
run
yeah,
anything
I'm
yet,
running-
so
I'm running
okay.
either Alien Mothership or both in October. Like, I think we've already discussed this.
So you're coming for my
Yep.
crown, though, is what it sounds like. All right,
Oh no.
noted.
Oh no, I just want to increase Killer's sample size to
Yes!
make him think a little.
I've had
I mean,
a lot of
she's
DMs.
just, I do stats for a living.
Okay, I still beat out Rav and Psychic, though.
Take
Take that, Psychic. Okay, here's my
Your
second
Temptations is
question.
coming back soft.
Temptations is coming
Sounds
back.
like-
It is coming back. Next question I have for you. Who was your favorite PC you cannot pick yourself? I'm going to start with Psychic. I want to go around the table here.
Oh, I
PC,
can't
who was
pick
your
myself.
favorite?
I mean, I feel like I was attached. Yeah, I was way too attached to my characters. My
Well,
favorite
that's why I won't let
PC,
you pick 'em.
honestly, out of everybody, it's got to be Izzy. Like, you were there from the
Why?
start. You were there from the start. You were there at the end. You had like probably one of my favorite character arcs in anything in a long while. Like, you
It was
started
great.
off as a whiny little bitch, and then you ended as a whiny little bitch with a gun, and I was like, sick.
It's funny because you went through a
With a
phase
gun
where
that shoots fireballs.
you weren't a whiny little bitch, but you came back around to it.
Then he became a
You got a
petty
little
little
emo
bitch,
in
and
the
I was like,
middle.
love that.
No, I think Izzy
No,
had an
Izzy-
amazing story arc.
Izzy, hands down, is probably my favorite PC, and literally, it's just because your character was so fleshed out.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, everybody had their
Mhm.
moments and everyone had their character growth and everything that, like, for sure. But going from the start to the end, like, you were not the same person, and every act had a different Izzy, but it felt so natural, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I like how
you
planned
know.
out Izzy was too. He was sending me like, these are my spells that I'll pick at level 15 back in Cornelia. Like he had like everything mapped out. It was great. Okay,
For
Izzy,
level 4.
who was your favorite PC outside of Izzy?
Oh, Grunthor.
Good choice. May he rest in peace. Grunthor was a good choice. Any
Yeah,
particular
you
reason?
know, big boy, nice story, cool paladin. I like that he sacrificed himself near the end because it was quite literally the only choice for his character to make.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, he did it once. I figured it made sense to do it again. All right, Ava, what do you got?
I'm torn because I really like Izzy and Grunthor both. Grunthor was a very humble, good warrior, good guy. He was very loyal to his group, very protective.
Yeah.
And Izzy's like a fucking wild draw 4 card, man. Man, that is so fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Izzy is my least favorite character, but I think it's because of how human he is.
I love that. I love that. All right, Bazcat, what do you got? Smaller sample size.
Right. I really loved Ava only because I feel like he just got more complicated the
Yeah.
more like shit that was being thrown at him, and then he just like, spoiler alert, dies.
Okay, there's no spoiler alerts in the campaign wrap up. If you're watching this and don't expect spoilers, what were you expect?
You
Like,
never
come
know.
on. True.
You never know.
I'll start with the campaign wrap
No.
up. See how that goes. I
Yeah,
hope they
right?
don't spoil
Why
anything.
not? Let's hope. No, I really liked
Somebody
Ava. I liked how complicated it was. I think it was a lot of credit to the player. That the character was so well disorganized, and I do mean it like that.
Disorganized is a great way
Well
to
disorganized.
describe orderly disorganization. All right, Euphrasie. Who is your favorite non-you character? PC. I'm gonna make you do NPCs in a second.
Oh yeah.
And if you all have questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm just freeballing this just to start the conversation.
No, I like it.
Let's see. Izzy was nice, but was lovely, like from a pure, like, I'm aware of what he is from like a pure arc perspective, but I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciate the character of Ava because like it's Ava's supposed to be this, like, you'd think from what you hear about who he is and what his position in all of this is that he's supposed to be this diplomat who acts like Izzy, but then he acts like Ava. But then Ava also pulls the Conrad moment.
Oh yeah. The thing I love about Ava is that he was never
Mhm.
meant to be a diplomat. He just kept finding himself in that position because everyone
Yeah,
else was so
yeah.
bad at it.
We
So
will
it was
just
like,
get at
Yeah,
it.
it
And
really
see,
was.
That Best Cat had the IQ of a coconut, so
yeah. And by the time like Euphrasia
And
came
that
along,
coconut was part of
Ava
the
was just
invitation.
in that role, right? Because on paper, Izzy really should have been the diplomat, but like he had his own things
He's
going
much
on and just
smarter than me. Yeah.
much smarter. But like he struggled with his temper from time to time, and it always ended up Ava was always the last one in the room. And he had to be the face of the party when I don't know how that happened, but it was
Ava
the.
is yeah.
Did you have any
Ava's such an
charisma
interesting
classes?
character.
Nope. My charisma's not
Ava
high
was
enough to dip into charisma class.
Such an interesting character to me, though, because like it is such so little of his actions, and this is 100% a compliment, where like you didn't overthink your actions. Like you saw Euphrasia having a panic attack and you said, would you and your instinct was, would you like a berry in these trying times?
Yeah.
Which
It worked.
Which somehow managed to be the exact thing she needed.
Hey.
Like he has this strange instinctual ability to know what people need and also simultaneously bungle the shit out of it.
Yeah. Well, in my head, like that moment in particular, I love, and it was my like, if for those two characters, and I don't know why, but that moment was like the moment in Star Wars where they say I love you, and then Han Solo just says I know. It was like that iconic line that just cemented their relationship, right? Like just the image of Euphrasia just like inconsolable, and then he walks up, her thinking he's dead, and just offers her a berry. There's something in that moment, I don't know, that just really it stuck with me. I've thought about it like 3 times since we stopped playing this game.
I was talking about the first berry incident.
The first time,
like,
oh, the
on
first
the
time.
airship.
Well, yes, I meant
that was the moment that we knew that they
you're
were
also
going to
right
become
too,
a thing.
also, I agree.
The first one was the one where you knew that they were going to be a thing, and then the end was where that was fully cemented.
It started with the berry and ended with the berry too.
It was very beautiful.
I say ended, but yeah.
I think
berries all the way down.
What makes Ava so good as a character as well is just that you're so endearingly real. Like, we all know an Ava at the same time, because like, oh yeah, there's this really great, amazing guy, but he is dumb as a fucking rock sometimes. Like,
yeah,
he's not
Ava's
proficient at anything, but he's reliable.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Ava's such a good one.
Jack
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Jack of all trades, master of absolutely fucking nothing.
But better than a master of one.
Except for stealing. I'm
not
very
even
good at
a
stealing.
master of tying his own shoes at this point.
How's he gonna teach Oki?
He is a slip-ons.
Oki's teaching him.
Damn right.
That's
He is a master of creeping people out by always asking where the orphanage is every time he goes to a new city.
God,
I don't know if
one was so bad.
Yeah, I don't think you two were playing Bascat and Euphrasia, but there was this one, and I don't know if Fishy meant for it to be so awkward.
It just, I panicked. My brain I was like, I need to squall, and then it was awful.
I need to find, where's your orphanage? I need some kids. They were like, wait, what?
Squall, it was something like, Squall was like, why do you need to know or something? And I'm a cleric of Garuda, and like even Izzy did the research, and Garuda's like nice to kids and like takes care of them, and that's what I did in Cornelia, but I couldn't translate that, and I said something stupid like I said something like I like being around them, or they're fun to be around, or something. It did not.
Deeper hole.
Yeah, it was bad. Squall was like, okay, yeah, you should go back to your room. Is kind of the vibe I got from him.
That's great.
Please stop talking.
That was a prime example of me blundering something. Yep.
Okay, now I'm gonna go in reverse order. Who's your favorite NPC? Now I want the kudos. That looked fun. I want some.
Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to say Liv?
Yeah, sure.
Because Liv is
I'm
my
probably going to
creation.
say someone in my story. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could have created them. I still had to play them. I'll take all the credit
I mean,
either way.
I did give you a lot of freedom when it came to Liv, and I had one idea in my head for her, but honestly, what came out was even better and probably more what Euphrasia needed.
I liked
the idea in my head would have been the Liv from like many years ago. I still want to write like a short story of Liv's first like few days of Liv's like first day in Ishgard, because I have a whole idea of how she and Euphrasia actually bond and how Euphrasia learns.
Well,
her
here's the
name.
thing. Keep in mind, Euphrasia wasn't actually there when you write that.
Well, yeah, but
So keep that in mind.
no, I'm keeping this 100% in mind.
Yeah, I kind of want to read that. So do it. That's your homework.
I'll write it
before next episode, so you have an unlimited amount of time. Yeah, before we hang up tonight.
Before
Bazcat. Bazcat, what is your favorite NPC?
Yeah. The Chocobo.
That's fair.
Valid answer.
That is
That's fair. The Chocobo, the little baby one. I'll take that.
My God,
also,
valid answer.
Runner up Oki.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Oki, but
Oki's my favorite.
Oki is the favorite. I drew her, so she is already my favorite.
She's adorable.
Yeah, we love Oki. That's it. Oki
Ava,
and the Chocobos.
Who you got then?
I'll give a couple honorable mentions, like ones that didn't get a lot of screen time. I really liked Morrow. I liked
Morrow in the beginning too.
I fucking loved a lot of the people hate. I'm pretty sure Psychic especially fucking hated Morrow's guts. Someone hated Morrow, and I'm pretty sure it was Psychic. I fucking loved Morrow, especially after he gave Grunthor that secret mission to help get like Jane back out into safety. Yeah, that was fucking beautiful. And I really liked Steiner.
Oh yeah, he didn't get a lot of time. That was more of just a kind of a quick reference, but I just didn't have a reason to bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Grinners in Alexandria in the basement. I liked them a lot.
There was a lot in Alexandria, I think, and just by the point we got there, it'd been fun to spend a little more time there.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on in Alexandria.
There was a literal active war.
Yeah, there's a whole major city we didn't even visit, too, which I know disappoints Psychic because it was the one area of the game.
I have so many questions about this world, and I can't wait for Freeform to be asked because I'm going to drill you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That sounds sexual.
So let's move on. Izzy, what was your favorite NPC?
Oh, easily Master Matoya.
That's what I figured. She was fun to play, too.
I know I would have loved her if I had gotten to interact with her at any length.
Yeah.
I liked her because she was truly an agent of chaos, but in a way where she where she would do whatever she wanted, even if it went against what was considered right. And I really liked that because she was the exact opposite of Izzy, who tries to keep a pretty good moral compass, but needed to learn how to live for himself.
Yeah, I mean, she was a cave hermit. What else was she going to do besides whatever the hell she wanted?
Shit.
My favorite part about her...
burn down an orphanage in order to solve the world's problems. Well, shit, where's the torch?
Find me that Ava fella. He knows where all them orphanages are. My favorite part about Matoya is she sends you on this quest. She sends you on this quest and then gives you the items she's trying to get you to find. And it's like the whole quest was just like this whole...
You're on camera, you know.
Her trying to... It's blurred a little bit. Her trying to like help you grow into the person she knows you can be. But that just... The moment I had that idea, I'm like, yeah, she's just going to give him what he's looking for. And he's going to be walking around the entire campaign with this thing.
I'm going to be honest. I think that that's the ideal for Izzy now, which is that he's willing to do what's right, even if it means burning everything down, I think. However, I think now it just so happens that he's in a position where he has to be sneaky about it.
True.
Because I'm going to be honest, if there were not so many benefits to being a council member, he would have immediately just jumped off of that kingdom with the children and left. But he gets a lot of Yeah, he gets a lot of good perks that he's not going to feel bad about using
Sure.
because he's also going to do his best to give back just as equally as he's given himself. As Wolf knows from my very, very detailed plan of what he's been doing.
It is very detailed. We're not going to have time to RP all that, just so you know. But it's nice to know.
Yeah,
Is
that's fair.
We'll touch it from
He's
high
a
end points.
council member for the tax and insurance benefits.
Yeah, basically.
This 401k is really stocking up.
Oh my god.
Psychic. What was
And
your
I get free
favorite?
healthcare.
Yes. I also have a couple that I really like. The best FF reference was Squall. The way that was just so accurate.
Squall's fucking cool.
Because
Holy
he's my
fuck.
favorite. He's my favorite
I
character.
really like Squall.
He got a lot of
Like,
screen time.
Loved him.
Squall's
But
fucking
my
cool.
favorite, my Michael's favorite was Kryl because I love Kryl so much. It's my favorite.
Same.
But my
Who was that
favorite,
again?
like, Kryl was a doctor that we met. That
Oh,
Yeah, I
in
was gonna
Alexandria.
say,
Bailey.
I was
okay,
just
cool.
about to say the doctor. It was the
Yeah.
little doctor girl.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, she gave us the Marlboro anti-smelling thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that Bailey
Okay.
desperately needed.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite NPCs, I mean, one has got to be Master Matoya because that was just
Great.
fucking
Yeah, she was
comedy
really
gold whenever she
Yeah.
appeared.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all chosen someone from our own stories, and it's got to be Luca. Like,
I liked
such
Luca
a
too.
little
Luca's awesome.
shit.
Yeah.
It's fun to play a
loved him.
teenager.
And we had the most time with him.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if I had to pick between, like, Luca and Nelly, the one thing I regret the most from the last episode, I didn't do it, and I regret it every single day, is Nozak not asking about the kids, because I know that he would have immediately, once it was done, before he left, he would have, and I didn't, and I regret it every fucking day.
Let's
but Luca
headcanon
is
that he
one of
just
my
he
favorites.
knows that they're fine
He
because
knows.
of who he
Yeah.
entrusted them
Yeah.
with.
He's watching
That's-
over them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the argument that I came to, that even, like, Luca was like, did he say anything? No? Little asshole. Like, that'd be the conversation between that. But, like, Luca started off as my backup character. Like, he started off as my backup character, and then just became a character on his own. And then Nozak died too late for me to use Luca.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that he became his own thing and, like, became part of it. But, like,
Yeah.
also, I mean, Nozak did kind of forcibly adopt Nelly too, so.
Yeah. Mr. Bunny Man. Mr. Bunny Man. God, this okay. Look, again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but this was a good campaign. You all did amazing. You
Yeah,
guys
it really was.
crafted.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all I did was try to keep you on the rails, but you all crafted one of the best campaigns I've ever played in. And I'm just glad that we recorded it so I can watch this thing back in a few years and just relive all this, because this
After the PTSD has gone down.
right.
Yeah.
This would not have been the same with any other cast. Like, you all just brought so much to these characters, and you could tell that you really got into it. You cared about the characters and the story, and without that, this would have been nothing. Like, Kellen wouldn't have given 3 shits about this if it was any other cast, because the magic you all brought to it.
Oh my god.
So
My
great.
favorite NPC is fucking Kellen.
Kellen?
Like, all the comments where he
True.
okay,
Kellen,
I'm pretty sure, if I haven't, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I have, but I messaged Kellen and I was like, my brain doesn't understand him putting himself in the comment thing. My brain just doesn't get that. However, reading his perspective and how he would do things, how he would act in this, like,
Really
going along as if he was a character, was fucking incredible, because it felt like I was watching
really
the
cool.
session after the session.
Yeah.
Kellen is an NPC in Kupo Quest. I don't care what anyone says. He is out there. He is a part of it.
That's fair.
He's
Yeah,
like
he's
just
invited
the
to-
warrior.
He's invited to
Post
Euphrasia and
announcement.
Ava's wedding.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
Yes. Maybe
I like to
Maybe we
headcanon
can-
it that. Oh,
I was-
go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, maybe we could plan that for a Friday and actually see if we could get Kellen as a 6th member for the wedding episode.
For the wedding episode,
That would be
yeah.
cool.
That would be pretty funny.
What is it
Like,
gonna be like?
also-
Is there gonna be like a throwdown at the Frost and Fate wedding?
Yeah. Something's gonna happen. I don't know yet. I haven't penned
That's
it.
the title of it. Throwdown at the Frost and Fate wedding.
Also, shout out to the psychologist whose name I'm never gonna remember, who's watching us.
Yes, analyzed Izzy and
Dr.
Euphrasia
analyzed
having the
Izzy.
healthiest interaction ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
being
Yep.
actually like healthy about their emotions, and like it was great.
Yes,
I've
loved
I love
that one.
Euphrasia and Izzy's relationship. They're like they're like two queers like vibing on each other's wavelength.
I also want to give
Yeah.
a shout out to Ignited Key on YouTube. I mean, and they're in the Discord. They are powering through this. Like they started like a
Yeah.
month
Yeah.
or two ago, and they were almost caught up for this. Like they wanted to join this live.
Damn.
They
I
have
think
powered
he sent a
through it.
message. He sent a message in the Discord when we were doing the last episode, and I think he was like
Oh yeah.
either close to or just past
Yeah.
Bailey's death.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck, you
Gonna
are
say.
powering.
Been grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an
as of-
RPG to that man.
3 days ago, they were on episode 76, according to their comment. So, I mean, they have
Oh my
powered through it,
God.
and it's been
Wow.
so. Someone has enjoyed what you all have put out into the world. So that's just,
Let's
if we
go.
never got any other viewers, I think those 3 people right there have made it worth it. We have gotten more viewers, but those 3 get special shout outs just for making this special for me. Okay. I do want to get to, so I was planning on this being probably about the length of a normal episode. So we got like 20 minutes. I want to take like the last hour and we'll do future stuff, but 20 minutes free form. You all, any questions, anything you want to bring up? I will likely answer things I would not have answered during the campaign, but I might not if it affects a planned spinoff.
I'm about to say.
A couple.
I'm about to say what's up with the Empire right now, and what's up with all the people we sent to that one village after we helped them with snake pox or whatever.
Okay, you guys did effectively eradicate the snake pox. I mean, the people that were in there, you kind of collapsed it on them, right? So that was.
Oh wait, they're in Cornelia right now.
They're in Cornelia, yeah. So the people that got out were not infected. The ones that were infected, you left them to die. So
I was gonna say,
be
how
right.
did y'all solve?
Oops.
Okay, public health professional in the chat. How did y'all solve the fucking epidemic in this game?
I'm not
How
joking
much-
when I say this. I'm
Don't
not
worry about
joking
it.
when I say this. Literally, fireball.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Which-
not joking.
Literally burned it, collapsed it, and isolated it for years.
Nozak cast
Yeah.
fireball on the top of the temple, dropped the temple so that they couldn't get out, and then we just left them there.
Extreme
Yep,
quarantine,
that
if you
have
will.
not gone back since.
Oh, yeah.
Not even
Well,
close.
that brings up
I
an
feel like
interesting
I-
point for Ava, because if you do want to keep it that way, you may need to rebuild the Temple of
Well,
Garuda
I mean-
somewhere else.
I can just like use the wind and knock it away, right?
That's fair. But yeah,
You know, it's an airborne chemical. I can just make it go whoosh.
they had already, the people of Cornelia had already quarantined those that were infected with the snake pox, and they didn't directly mean to, but that's when Conrad
just
kind of
happened.
came back, and some shit happened, and the you guys kind of collapsed the temple on top of him, and he
Yep.
got out, but they didn't. So that's just
It
kind
was
of.
literally divine intervention.
Now, I will say at that point, if it helps you with any moral quandaries, at that point the people were so far gone they had already began their transformation or had transformed as Morrow had into like the snake monsters, and there
I
was
have
no
no regrets.
there was no cure at that point. Like they were effectively monsters at that point.
It's like rabies. Once you start showing symptoms, it's already too late.
Got it.
Once you get past a certain
Yeah.
point, it's already too late. There is
it'll-
there was a way to cure it up until they actually started their transformation into snake people.
I have a question for you, Wolf.
Sure.
Was there any choices that we made
Oh,
that
fuck you.
you were hoping that we would have made a different decision? And is there anything that sticks out in your mind in that sort of regard?
Here's the thing.
Ava, we should leave. Ava, we should leave. Ava, we should leave. Ava, we gotta go.
I gotta say, hoping is a strong. I don't really, the way that I do it, I have a plan that I expect and a plan that I just kind of would like for
plan
you
that
to
we-
take. Like if I was writing the story, you would take this path. But I never like hope for it because I know that's just a fool's errand. The original context, the original concept of this game was Final Fantasy 1. Okay, so we're going all the way back to the beginning right now. The idea was there's 4 crystals. There's basically 4 dungeons assigned to them. There's a guardian. It's very structured. They go after this crystal. They go after that crystal. After the first crystal, they just decided, that might not be important, and go straight into the heart of the Empire. Like episode 7? The Empire was always meant to be like an end game thing, right? Like the Omega weapon, that's the end game kind of thing. And these idiots just march straight into the capital. And so,
like Breath of the Wild, give us Ganondorf right now.
it's not
Or the
that
reason why gaming companies need to hire QA devs and quality assurance devs.
It's not that I hoped they would do something different, but I was like, okay, let's do this. I did.
But
I was
Sarah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Sarah.
that's it. I gave them an NPC they liked too much. Another one was when you guys decided to finally go after the Earth Crystal and started flying that way, and at the last second said, nah, and then went to Alexandria instead. That was another time when I was like, the whole arc was named the Norvalen arc, and you literally skidded across that region and never went into it.
Yeah, we're gonna arc away from it. Yeah.
That's what it meant.
It meant Euphrasia could walk in with the crystal and be like, "Sup, bitches, you looking for this?"
Well, that's one of the reasons I had to do that. Full
it
disclosure
was
with
the
Euphrasia.
crazy DLC.
I was like, I have to bring Titan into this somehow, and they are never going over there. So that was part of the Euphrasia deal there.
Fuck the forest.
Sup, bitches, you looking for this?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there any character in particular? Like Bazcat,
Did
no.
Steiner get with that Grin leader in Alexandria?
They did.
Or did
they
she
did
get with
together.
him? Let's go!
Yes!
They did get
I
together.
shipped them so hard in Final Fantasy 9.
She had to initiate, though, because he was kind of too shy to do it, but they did get together.
I think the only thing Bazcat fucked up for you was that Bazcat hit so hard that Bazcat made things go a lot faster.
Well, that was true in the beginning, and then I just started giving things more HP. Like Shiva in true Final Fantasy fashion, I gave her 999 HP. Like I maxed out the Final Fantasy HP.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Oh god. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of eating my words about that fight being too hard then, because we kind of tore through her.
We
did a lot of damage.
You did a lot of damage. But I thought that was just for me like a Final Fantasy reference. I was like, she's got 999.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
that's really cool.
Let's see. Was there anything else that you did that just kind of surprised me a little bit?
Or here's the flip for you. What's something that we did that you really, really liked?
What? Okay, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that shit. What was that? What was that, Psychic?
One for each. Start with Izzy, because he's got fucking heaps of them.
Oh, yeah. That works too, yeah. I was thinking as a group, but
always
Sure, I can do that.
I don't know what I have to do to convince you that Izzy sucks. I don't know why you guys like him so much.
We love him.
You hate him because he's your character. You played him. We don't give a fuck about how Ace thinks about Izzy. We care about how we think about Izzy.
Fuck your opinion.
So,
Justice for Izzy.
You shut up, Ace. We're going to say good things about you now. So
I always hate the things I make, and then people say, "Oh my god, that looks amazing," and then I'm like,
"That's just how it.
Maybe
that's
you're
just
right.
how it goes."
You shut your whore mouth and take a compliment.
Oh.
There we go.
So Izzy in particular, like we'd already said, he had such an amazing arc. I think one of my favorite things was that moment where I honestly didn't know if you were going to change characters. Like we got to that point, you had this, you blew up, you were screaming at the party, and you started to leave.
We left
and
the sewers.
Right after the sewers
I
out of Limbo.
legitimately thought you believe in.
Yeah, I did too, man. I was like, oh shit, in my head, I'm like, you could have fucking told me if you were gonna leave. Like, I was like, what is happening? Like, I was like, okay, so then in my head, I'm like, okay, what do we do? How am I gonna spend this when Izzy leaves? But they talked you into staying. I think that moment was just so good. So well acted, so well timed.
That was where the psychologists come in.
Yes.
Context for Bazcat and Euphrasia. What had happened was everything had kind of went to shit in the Empire. Noctis had killed one of our friends. This was when the start of like Firion was like stolen and all that shit. We had to fucking run. We went through the sewers. 3 of us nearly died, but we went through the sewers, and then we got out of the sewers, and Izzy absolutely went fucking ape shit. He's like, fuck this, fuck you, fuck the Lottie. He's like, fucking care about all this shit, and everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I thought you were leaving.
But,
He was mad.
yeah, but now that we've played the game, you guys are just like, oh, that explains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, straight away. Yeah,
Well, it was great. Yeah, I mean that was right after my red wedding episode. Like that was my like red wedding moment when I got everybody in there and everything was calm, and then just started murdering people. It was so fun.
Rest in pieces, Kimari. Rest in pieces.
Yeah.
All right, so
Shout out to Izzy, who every time his life got a little better, it got worse immediately.
that's true. Let's see who's next. I will do Lauren, because I honestly, when you messaged me about maybe doing a villain flip, I was like, yes. Like, I don't know exactly how this is going to work. We'll work out the details, but my God, I so want that to happen. And I think it was so much fun just to have you flip and be what is essentially the final boss of the campaign.
I definitely messaged you way too late with the idea of Diablo's influencing and slowly taking over. But then when I like messaged you about it, I'm like, wait, no, it still works, because over the time from when we met Lauren, he was like a really good person, and then towards the end, he did slowly alter his whole personality.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just the easiest way to explain that.
Yeah.
But I was like, we done that too late. We could have like had a thing earlier. It probably would have kicked Izzy into gear, like trying to research faster to get like before the whole transformation takes place. But I thought it was fun. I got to kill Ava.
I'm about to say, I don't know if I actually explained this before. I truly don't remember. But I remember when that happened, when we found out when we realized that Lauren was going to betray us, or we saw that, and in my head of me, I was like, this would flip something in Izzy. Because because in character, well, not in character, but above board, before this, I was going to have a contingency spell for if Lauren was going to attack any of us. Ready. And I decided not to because Izzy trusts Lauren. And I was like, that would not be fair to his character, even though me, Ace, being a DM and a player of... Hold on. A player of 11 years knows how this is going to go.
Yeah.
But I say, you know what? Izzy would trust him, so I'm not going to get the contingency ready. But I also remember when I said I already had a bunch of ways to kind of deal with the Lauren fight, depending on how it went. That research was started as soon as I came up with that plan, because I was like, Izzy also knows quite a bit about Lauren in his fighting style. So
yeah.
Also, like, Euphrasia, that whole thing was just honestly Euphrasia vindication moment.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she and Lauren wasn't the biggest fan of Lauren from the beginning. Like, they were like not necessarily enemies, but I would have called them frenemies in the beginning.
Very hostile start, yeah.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
like she knew there was something up with this guy from the beginning, and vindication.
It's like that TikTok sound where it's like, I was right everything.
Well, and that's what makes Lauren so tragic, though, because with the concept of Diablo's kind of slowly taking over, Euphrasia was vindicated, but at the same time, Lauren, he made his choices, right? I mean, he signed those deals.
Oh yeah,
but it wasn't so much of his.
We can say it.
Yeah, I mean, he did this to himself. But it also makes it more tragic, though, like, because I think for the most part, the deals you took weren't necessarily for evil reasons. Like, you had in your head ways to justify them, and they just everything
in Lauren's head was justified. Like, everything that he wanted to do, all of the points that are taken, and there was a couple of moments where I wanted to show his broken mentality when after the Omega fight, everybody was talking to everybody else, and only Sephiroth spoke to him, and they were both the experiments. And I made that one. I come up with that on the spot that he was an experiment, and that's why nobody knew him. With Euphrasia, Epsilon and I talked for like an hour after a session, and I was like, look, this is what Lauren's gonna do, this is how things are gonna happen. Like, This was after he was revealed to be evil, after he
Okay.
killed Ava, and I was like, look, Euphrasia, I'm sorry, but like Lauren is gonna go for you, he is gonna try to kill you because of that relationship and that, and I'm so glad that we didn't actually get to do that. But like him having that moment with Euphrasia of the understanding, there was that one conversation that the two characters had where they were on right at the end, and then immediately taking that away. I was like, this is so Final Fantasy coded. I don't give a fuck about these players right now. I'm living my dream.
I was like, man, maybe they could actually like be okay and like maybe not necessarily be like besties, but he'll get invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
As a plus one.
Sit all the way in the back.
For Bazcat.
Yeah.
No, Bazcat's because Liv. Wait, no, Liv's the.
No, yeah,
Liv's
Liv's invited.
fucking...
Yeah, Liv's
well,
maid of honor. Yeah.
Bazcat has first thought. Liv's already invited. Okay. Bazcat, second thought. Oki. No, wait, Oki's going with Ava. Okay, Bazcat, third thought. The Chocobo chick. Actually, the Chocobo chick's probably going with.
Yeah.
Lauren.
Can I come? Yeah.
No, but I'm about to say, shout out to Lauren for actually forcing a shift in Izzy that forces him to be more realistic about life rather than all la-di-da. He's healthily pessimistic now.
Healthily pessimistic. Okay.
I appreciate that.
Batman arc.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that Izzy is now in an era where he is fully willing to kill someone just based off of a bad thought about them and vibe.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Ava. I'm going way back on this one because one of my favorite moments, because the moment with Garuda in the very, very beginning, like episode 4 or whatever, that changed your entire story. Like it went in such a it changed the entire story, right? Pretty much. But the deal you made and just that connection and accepting, because that was never part of the plan. Like you had the freedom fighter background, I had all sorts of stuff I could do with that, but then the concept of you literally becoming this avatar was just too interesting to pass up, and a lot of the rest of the campaign kind of revolved around that. I mean, it got to the point to where like there was that moment where you had some scheduling conflicts and we're going to have to step away, and I'm like, I need to think of ways to his character is too intricate to the story at this point.
Yeah.
I was like thinking of ways to navigate around that, but luckily you were able to come back. But that moment, just the deal, I think it really set up who your character was. Kind of dumb, but loyal to your friends and still taking on that diplomat, like negotiating with a god when you don't have much. You don't really have much to offer, but you manage to navigate that. And in the end, you earned Garuda's. Full disclosure, Garuda loves the shit out of you. Okay, just so you know.
I know.
And her calling you brother in the end was trying to signify that.
Ooh, that was fucking cool.
Is that she was very fond of you, which is why she came to your aid in the end when you were killed. And also, I just thought that'd be fucking cool to have Garuda part of that awesome. Last fight. I was like, that's gonna be awesome. But she would not have done that if she did not actually care for you. Now, she likes to give you shit, but it's like a big sister kind of thing at this point in my head. But above table, Garuda, you are one of Garuda's favorite people. Actually, probably her favorite person at this point.
I was about to say, who else you got, girl? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say her other siblings, but she doesn't really like many of them except for Leviathan.
Yeah, fuck them.
Bazcat. I'll do you next. Bazcat was, I think, some of the comedic relief that we needed in many scenes.
Yes,
and that's
absolutely.
And I like to give you shit about it, but just watching the damage that Bazcat could deal was like, it was like,
it was terrifying.
It was like a religious experience, like just seeing the numbers getting that high. But no, I like. You took what was pretty simple background, mercenary. It's kind of like what you kind of went with, but you made this very lovable character. that had so much comic relief, and then just the way that you leaned into the whole Liv situation towards the end,
Yeah.
just really,
Yeah.
it was just so good. It was just
We are
so
gonna have
good.
to roll for
realize-
strength at least one more time to see if she finally beats him.
Okay,
Yeah, I
She's
didn't
been
realize
trying.
just how perfect Livy was for him
Oh yeah,
until we were about to introduce her, and I'm like, oh wait, no, this is gonna be Bazcat's new favorite person.
Yeah.
well,
I
and I didn't
built
plan that. It was
Bazcat.
like Bazcat just said like, "Hey," and I was like, "I'm running with this. I'm
I
running
was
with it."
gonna flirt.
I'm like, yeah, let me describe Livy to you. Like, this is a 6'3" buff ginger lady.
Meant for Bazcat.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. I built Bazcat because I had come in because you had lost like a bunch of characters all at once.
Yeah, I
right?
watched
You
2
lost
people. They
some
kind of,
players.
yeah.
Two people, yeah.
And you needed somebody to come in, and I was like, okay, I'm coming in too late, in my opinion, to really like have like a deep storyline that needs exploration. Like, my job was to help get you guys through that finish line, but also like you guys had gotten things so heavy, right? You had a character that like just sacrificed themselves, and things were only going to get heavier from there, right? There was going to be a lot more death, a lot more like, end game stuff. And so it was like, how can I make something that is both going to help you guys get through that finish line, but also like keep it a little bit lighter, when it starts to feel too heavy.
And I think we needed that.
Bazcat really, yeah, I think Bazcat
Yeah.
really accomplished that in a way that still fit really well with the story. Like, I don't think he felt out of place at
No.
all ever. Like, he didn't belong in the group. Like, I think he immediately gelled with everybody. But also still like, wasn't necessarily outside of my other characters in other games that I play on this channel. I think Bazcat truly was like meant to be a supporting character, and I think that was really fun.
That's
for
exactly
me.
what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Supporting character, main
supporting
damage
character.
dealer, one or
Beat
the other.
everything.
Also, like, I really found a love for playing fighters. I usually don't play people who do a lot of damage, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna play more fighting characters.
It
in the
was
future
it was
games.
fun to
Bazcat
see.
is-
I tend to avoid fighters
Yeah, that
too,
was
but like
insane.
watching you, I'm like, you have so many
Yeah.
actions. Your action economy is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am so used to playing mages that, like, after seeing Bazcat and how you played Bazcat, Bazcat inspired me to do Lachlan for Golden Vault, who was the Psionic Warrior fighter.
I love Lachlan.
Like,
Nice.
Bazcat was directly inspiration for Lachlan. I'm like, I gotta try this out. And then I played like
You
3
gotta.
sessions with Lachlan, and I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
It feels-
good.
The power is a little addicting.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
No.
like, I forget how much I play characters that I don't tend to play super specialized characters as well. Like, I don't tend to play fighters because other people in groups I play tend to snatch that role up, and I'm more than fine with it. I love the more mental characters, and also I don't tend to specialize so hard with the character. Like, Euphrasia was very like, I am a whiz character and that's about it. I tend to play characters like Anthem, who are fucking skill monkeys. And then I remember, and so when I made Anthem, I remembered how much fucking fun it is to be a skill monkey.
hmm Well, not
Yeah,
specializing. That's why you were drawn to Ava.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm about to say I'm the exact opposite, and the DM knows this. I thrive with characters who are good at one particular thing.
Yeah. Yep. He likes to have his niche and go for it. Okay, so let's see. You're crazy. Favorite thing that you did? I really liked, I mean, just to start this, I really loved the backstory you gave me because you came in with already having this like tragic backstory, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can just make this worse. I loved that, but I think just the way, because you kind of initiated the whole Ava Euphrasia thing, just with the way you reacted when he came on the screen,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think that that just that little bit of That's the one thing I think that this Final Fantasy was missing, was there was no real romance up until this point. And you brought that last piece of the puzzle, and I think they're so cute together, especially when you throw Oki into the mix.
Hang on a second. Not as much romance up to this point. The Izzy slander happening in real time right now.
Here's the thing.
Izzy had two options and chose arguably the better one.
But for most of the time, Izzy was too stupid to know what was going on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Tars would be openly floating, and Izzy'd be like, "Okay, well, it's good to see you."
That's great, Taurus. It's good to see you, friend.
When Taurus was like, "I've thought about you a lot," and Izzy's like, "I don't remember you."
When Izzy said I haven't thought, or when he said I've been too busy to think about you at all, or something like that, oh my god! Anybody that goes back and watches the episode, I literally was just fucking hanging my head.
And you want to know what the sad part? You want to know what the sad part is? If Taurus had literally just been like, Izzy, I actually really like you, Izzy would have been like, oh, that's great. Do you want to be in a long-term relationship then? And that would have been the biggest issue that they've had so far.
The whole that episode was great, but there is that moment, and I remember every single one of us being like, "Oh God."
Yeah, that made me hurt a little bit.
It was good. But yes, I mean that was a romantic story point, but it came and went. But I think just because it was with two PCs, it was more centralized, and I think it gave us some really good moments there at the end, like especially when Ava dies and just everything wrapped up in that. Like I mentioned, the berry. Like I just think. I think that was a Final Fantasy thing that we needed, just to kind of check that box. So. Yeah, I loved all the characters.
I loved getting to share headspace with Ava, and I hope that sticks around while they're in Godhood days, so that it is like a whole, like, Garuda tell Ava to pick up the milk on the way home.
I don't want that for you. But then on the side, Garuda's like,
no.
Yeah.
She always does it, but she bitches every time.
I'm gonna tell him. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him because I want to, because you asked me to.
Like, okay.
I could also go for some milk, though.
That is funny.
Okay. I never doubted it. You are always free to say no. This is like a normal social relationship where
oh my god, you talk so much. Oh my god, fine, I'll fucking do it.
Fine, I'll get the milk.
No, it was one time where they asked Garuda to tell Ava something, and then she said no, so you just said okay, and then you went and told Izzy. He did immediately. Garuda was immediately pissed.
I told Izzy that Garuda wouldn't tell Ava the thing.
I think it's funnier now too, because Garuda, all of the icons have a physical presence again. So you'd still be using her as a go-between. She's like, I actually have things I'm doing. I can do shit now. Like, I'm not just waiting for you to talk to me anymore.
Look, I'm not used to that part yet. You gotta give a girl a minute. I became a demigod, actual demigod, yesterday. I went very. I don't know what my accent did there.
Okay.
Just 2 words.
But she acts like she has to do sending every time, but she doesn't. She always just keeps it under 25 words. Any last questions before we kind of start talking about wrapping up where our characters are going? Anything you want to know about the world, secrets, or anything we didn't get revealed that you're curious about?
A couple. Anybody else want to go? Because I got a couple.
No, mine is a segue. Mine is a bit of a segue into what Liv would be doing with her future. So I will ask mine after.
We'll do that one last, and we'll use that as the segue. We'll do yours last then.
Yeah,
Go
have a
for it.
segue.
I am the Final Fantasy 12 nerd. Please, for the love of God, give me something about Rabanastre, because I was so upset that we didn't go there.
So here's the thing with Rabanastre, and the way that I DM in particular is I hadn't fully fleshed everything out. I wanted to keep things a little amorphic till we got a little bit closer to them. But in my head, Rabanastre was almost every character there was from 12. I wasn't mixing and matching characters. I did have an idea for Balthier, right? The Sky Pirate. He was going to play a huge role in whatever arc was around. I imagined him.
Oh, the Sky Pirate, huh?
Pirate
Yeah.
arc. Pirate arc.
I imagined
pirate
him
arc.
being part of
the leading man
of the Golden Grin, right? So I imagine him being like a leading member of the Golden Grin in that particular settlement.
Shit.
So that was something fun I wanted to play with. I was gonna make a couple jokes about. I was gonna have Vaughn in there and just make a couple jokes about like how unimportant he was. So that was just for me. But yeah, I mean the thing I kind of missed out is I wanted to bring in Balthier and just kind of incorporate him into the Golden Grin. And had you met him and things, and I guess in hindsight I could have at least done a reference once Ava got the Golden Grin link shell. But I tended to use characters that we'd already established, right? Because we knew them. But yeah, that would have been fun. And the dungeon up there in the volcano was going to be fun too. Like I had environmental hazards, it had like a clock on it because the further down you got, the more fire damage you would take until you could like defeat the boss. And there was going to be, just fun like lava aesthetic going on the whole time. But you all got freaked out because Meryl's like, "I see you," and you're like, "I'm sorry." You just turned around and left.
That was right after we. That was right after we crashed in the desert, and Nozak was like, "Let me just build a flying contraption for a second," and like pulled a fucking 35 or something on his carpentry tool.
Stupid.
Because I wasn't gonna let you have that easy, and then you rolled 35. I'm like, "Fuck, I guess they got a flying machine now."
Yeah, right. Honestly, out of
when you showed up, she said, actually, there's no soliciting. I could call the police on you. And we were literally just like, you know what? That's fair. And we left.
Understandable. Yeah. Have a great night. Yeah.
Balthier would probably be the only character I'd be like, oh, please let me fuck him.
If you want.
Balthier is amazing. I love him. But, like, I was so upset we didn't get to go to Rabbit House because I'm like, this is the only time I'm going to get to live out all my... I did get to meet Yuna. I was happy.
Yeah.
Did get to meet Yuna.
And picking mages for the council was fun for me. I was just like, "Ooh, who's the coolest mages?" And that was a good time.
Surprised I didn't go with Lulu instead. But that comes into my other question. Just for us, because we're the FF nerds, were there any FF characters that you didn't introduce that you wanted to?
Lulu would have been one of them. I didn't get around to doing her. I did want to do more with Sid. Go ahead. What was that?
Yeah.
I just gotta Google real quick.
Oh,
you could have done more with Sid if Bazcat wasn't such an idiot.
Exactly.
Or if Nozak didn't die.
Yeah.
Actually, that probably would have been Nozak's only romance option. Would have been Sid because they were both Loperates. That would have been the only thing for him, but I wouldn't have done it. It makes me uncomfortable.
And I don't know.
It's giving very much the Cretan bull. You're literally just like, so step one, you got to be a rabbit.
Yeah.
My favorite Final Fantasy VII character is Red 13, and I almost introduced them as one of the experiments down in Hojo's, but I felt like we had too much going on. Like we had so much going on with Sephiroth, it just didn't seem like the time to introduce yet another character. So that's why I held off on that. Let's see. One I didn't that I kind of wish I had, and some of them I have in mind to use, for a spinoff or two. But this is just for me because again, Final Fantasy VIII nerd. I didn't really get to do anything with Laguna. I would have loved to do something with Laguna.
Yeah,
but
there weren't very many options for that one. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, because you like to make your characters like as close to the thing as possible. And,
I like to make them close and then just twist, like give them my own little twist. I like to just
get a real.
Yeah.
Well, happy Pride to happy Pride to Laguna. More specifically, happy Trans Day of Visibility. Apparently.
No, he's just
shout out to them.
He's just a cis dude. He just looks like that.
That's what they all say.
He's Squall's father. He's Squall's father. So,
I also know it's been mentioned of a few potential future spin-off of a Kingdom Hearts game. So
yeah, I just don't know how to do it.
Right in my veins.
So
a Kingdom Hearts game would be wild.
I would love
Can I ask a single question?
Sure.
If we do Kingdom Hearts, and I know it's probably going to be a no, can I DM it?
Do you want to?
There's not a Kingdom Hearts game I haven't played. And
I know.
I love Kingdom
I vote that if we do a Kingdom Hearts game, everyone gets to have a Keyblade, but I don't want to have one because I want my character to be a loser.
Okay.
So you just want to play as Ace? Sorry.
You just want to be a guy.
damn.
Oh,
Thing with Kingdom Hearts is I feel like I don't think D&D's the system for it because it has like a
100%
faster
no.
kind of pace and feel to it. So I'd want to kind of like, find the system that I think would work the best for it. The other thing is, and the reason I didn't do more with Kingdom Hearts and even in this is because I was, especially early on streaming, I was avoiding anything Disney because I know how their lawyers are. I was like, just my luck. That would be the one random time some Disney person's like, oh, they mentioned Mickey Mouse. Fuck them. But so yeah, I would love to do Kingdom Hearts. That's great. Killer, did you have a question?
No, mine was just the Kingdom Hearts
The
thing.
Kingdom Hearts thing. Okay. Psychic, you got any more?
I have a
Yes, I have one last question that I need to ask, and this is the spicy question, and
Okay.
I'm
Christ.
curious. At any point in the campaign, did you think about either deliberately killing off or making life hell for a player? And I know I'm 100% putting my hand up, and I know I pissed you off at least a couple of times.
I never intentionally would kill a PC like that. That's just not how I do it. That's not how I DM. I don't like. I would never. If I had to pick somebody, no, I don't think it would be. I don't think it's fair for me to take out like any personal thing I have on a person's character. Now, I've been really close in different campaigns that I've run on this channel, and I think most of us know. I'm not going to name any names. I think most of us know, and you all know how I ended up handling that, right? But I would never, because I don't want that player also to feel cheated because of something their character didn't do. So that's just not how I would DM. Now, were they to die in combat, and if it made sense, if there was a reason for the monster to be attacking them, then hell yeah, I'd probably go all in. But not just, if I'm like, I'm really pissed at you. But it would have to make sense. It wouldn't be, if you were fighting Adonis, he wouldn't just be going after Lauren. He would have to be targeting Izzy.
He was
right?
going after Izzy, yeah.
Yeah, so...
You're not going to have a vendetta against my cat for no reason.
Right. But I'm just not... I'm not a... At least I don't think I am, and you correct me if I'm wrong. I don't view myself as an adversarial DM. That's not what I'm here to do. Right? It's not
you're a
me...
breath of fucking fresh air.
Thank you. It's not me against you. I like seeing your story and how it goes. So I never want to kill a character. Now, will I lean into it? I mean, will I do it for dramatic effects if it helps the story? Absolutely. But I would never do it just to be a dick.
Also, shout out to the Adonis fight.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And wild.
I've been involved in campaigns with too many adversarial DMs.
It's just not fun. I've been in them too, and I just don't. It's not fun.
It makes
it feels
me
like
mad.
you're playing a game you can't win. It feels like you're playing a game you can't win, and
I just disengage and I stop trying because it's like you just want to kill me. Why try?
I would rather you guys do cool shit. That's where I get the fun, is watching you guys come up with cool shit and do cool shit. That's fun for me, even when it's destroying the monsters that I have, right? It just lets me know I can bring in cooler, stronger monsters next time. Okay.
I love when my players want me.
If nobody else has any, I'll let you Frazee go because I know hers kind of segues. But is there any other questions?
I have two questions. One that doesn't segue and one that does.
Okay, you give me your one that doesn't segue, and then I'll go back to Psychic. You've asked 4 in a row. Let you Frazee have one.
No,
Christ on a bike. Let a woman speak.
All right, what's your non-segue question?
This is why I'm gay.
And this is why I don't
that's the
take
reason.
bullshit This is why I don't take shit from nobody.
All right, non-segue question.
The non-segue question: will Euphrasia ever get to fucking talk to Sephiroth?
Um,
Now it's no.
probably not. Just because that gag is hilarious to me.
He gets invited to the wedding, and he just he gets nervous and dips at the wedding.
Yeah.
It's literally gonna
She
be.
turns around to thank him for coming, and he just leaves.
I just like the gag, so probably not. I just like the gag that it's not him intentionally. You just never seem to have the right opportunity.
Just the timing. Yep, it just happens.
On that
Euphrasia
note,
was pissed when he came over Izzy's house, and she came over just as he left.
yeah, she just sees him flying away. On that
Literally.
note, since Lauren died before any of that happened, Sephiroth would not kill. He would, since Lauren initiated that. You
True.
started something, but Sephiroth will not follow through on killing Hojo by himself.
Yeah.
So Hojo still lives.
For now.
Hopefully that was your question.
For now.
How come
No.
no one picked Hojo as their favorite NPC? I'm saying he was great, man.
Fuck
I've
that
never
He was a little
question
too
mark
creepy.
looking ass bitch.
We
We have too much FF7 trauma.
Yeah, Google Hojo Final Fantasy VII if you don't know who he is. All
He
right, what
looks
was?
like he's not allowed within 500 feet of a public school.
He probably
Yeah.
isn't. Too many experiments.
So,
Here's one.
question for the players: What was your favorite boss fight?
Ooh.
Like whether it was like personal or whatever, but yeah.
Heel check
The
fight.
I would say the last one.
Against Lauren?
The one where I got 2 crits in a row. That was really good.
So,
Whatever that one was.
Every fight. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Sadly, that doesn't narrow it down.
Every time Buimak swings, it's a good day.
Yeah, that is
Basket. All right, what'd you say,
That is a
Euphrasia?
good basket. I
was
said the
very
heel
good.
check fight.
Oh yeah,
There
that was
was
fun.
so
yeah,
much
Heel
to
check,
there was so much
yeah.
to manage, and Euphrasia Euphrasia getting to just be Euphrasia and do what she was in fact best at.
Well, I liked just having, because towards the end too, I mean, you play D&D for so long, I got to start thinking of different ways to make combat interesting. And the hill check, I was like, it's right out of Final Fantasy VIII. It's different.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be a fun way to do it. What about
it
you
was
then?
cool.
Yeah,
Psychic.
and it spotlight the healer.
Adonis, because of everything that happened in that fight, was fucking epic. The way
Yes.
Ava come in, the absolute fucking power word kill on Izzy was diabolical.
That shit. Yeah, no,
Sorry.
I
Yeah, that was a cool fight.
Go.
I was about to say shit. Yeah, I should have put that one as my number one. I'd just never seen a heel check fight before. That was just such a novel
That was
concept
really
to
cool.
me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Shout
Adonis
out
was
to-
also just epic.
Yeah, shout out to that fight. I liked it because Izzy knew he was to die in the fight.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why he moved, because he was like, well, if I'm a target, that means more people are hitting him, so
Yeah. I liked the hill check fight because it was going okay until was it Izzy that bamfed her into the hallway when Euphrasia couldn't see her healer anymore?
Yeah.
Was it? I was like,
Motherfucker.
oh, no. I mean, I get what he was trying to do. I mean, I understand. He's
Yeah.
thinking, oh, if he gets her out of there. But like, as soon as he did that, I was like, oh shit. I don't know what they're gonna do
Because-
now.
because
Basket
literally his hand was in it. I don't understand why the case went with her. I'm so agitated by
Magic,
that fight.
baby.
Magic, baby. Yep.
They were
I think-
magically linked.
Also, how many? We'd already had conversations at that point of if you go too far away from me, I
Yeah.
cannot help you.
I also liked the little gag with like every fight before it started. Euphrasia's like, Izzy, you fly close to me.
Yeah, literally every fight, yep.
All right, Ava, did you
It's
pick
every
one?
conversation I have with my toddler.
Right. I think my favorite fight was the Water Temple Betrayer.
Oh yeah, that was
There's not a lot
Yeah.
of good water combat, and that was a fun and good fight.
that was pretty fun. That was a good
Yeah.
I
fight.
learned so much as a DM in like that whole dungeon. Like how I go about things, how I went about things, how I rule things. Like I learned so much just as someone that's DMing now. Because I wasn't
liked
at
that,
that
and
time.
You
But,
know,
like,
I had a couple more dungeons for you all.
Yeah.
if you were
Really?
ever
Welcome.
interested in them.
We weren't.
Obviously.
So my two, because I had two favorites. My two favorites was the Marlboro fight, because that was
Oh, yeah.
to me it felt like that was like Bazcat and
That fight
Bailey's
fucking
time to
sucked.
shine, because that was
Yeah.
like
God.
the main party was out. This is our like second party coming in. But I think my favorite fight, and it is selfish, is the Nozak and Moro fight, because it was live, but it felt scripted. Every
It did.
single action in that
It
fight
did.
felt like it was scripted. And
Look-
even right at the end, that like Nozak martyred himself with Fireball on himself to try
Yeah.
and like blow it up and that. And just he still had that 1 HP, and Izzy
Yeah.
had to come in and like do the kill and everything. I'm like, everything about this is scripted. You can't tell me otherwise. And I'm fighting the fucking thing.
And I'll just tell you right now, I'm way too lazy to script any of this shit. Right? I
Oh, yeah.
barely edit the videos. No way I'm scripting this shit.
The
You
amount
wanna
of
know
You
what's
like-
funny
script
about
the Barry incident.
You want to know what's so funny about that? Even the end where Izzy had to choose between either using a higher level spell to potentially heal Morrow, or potentially save his I'm gonna try to use a spell I don't have button on Sarah because he knew she was in danger. That was just like, that was really good, because it was just him being like, well, what's more important? And it's just like,
Yeah.
yes, Morrow would be pissed if I saved him over Sarah. So later.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing was
whole
great.
thing.
And then you pissed off Shiva and you lost your jobs.
I was
Yeah.
okay. I need to ask:
You pissed her off
there
so
going to be at
much
any
she
point
made
away?
a child.
Was there going to be at any point a way for us to be able to get those jobs back? Because like,
Yes.
no, I don't
Oh, yeah.
care what anyone says. Knows like fucking
Yes.
ate that bitch down. I don't care.
You
But, like,
could have
I humbled that bitch so hard.
there were ways to get them back. Had you gone after another crystal after that, it might have helped. The way I had envisioned it was if you had successfully gotten one more crystal and then had some way to make good with Shiva again. Because at least doing that proved to her
That's a
that you
little
were
fucked.
still, then she would have granted you the jobs, access to the jobs back. And for those of you that came in after Nozak ruined it for everybody, the jobs were literally, the jobs from Final Fantasy, Black Mage, Red Mage, they gave you additional abilities on top of your job abilities. So
They
like
were
the red,
fucking OP.
and they were OP. I mean, they were OP as fuck. That was the point. They had a
Mhm.
now, on one hand, I'm kind of glad they went away because it was hard to balance around because I was making
Yeah.
them so
Sure.
OP, but to make
Yeah,
them
that's
fun.
Yes, I
pretty
didn't
good.
need 'em.
They all had limit breaks too. You could do, I think, once per long rest. And then I think like Red Mage had like dual cast, right? So then that was like
Mm.
two casts of a leveled spell, but you could only do it once. Like, it's just fun stuff like that. I think the limit break for what was the limit break for Black Mage? Magic Burst. You could like auto crit.
Black Mage was
Crit.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, auto crit.
Izzy was a black mage, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, there were ways to get those back, and I had some more in my back pocket that I was gonna roll out too.
And if we're talking about OP items and abilities, can we give a shout out to Izzy's Sandal? Like, absolutely annihilating Tiamat.
I was thinking
Like,
about the shoes.
There was a whole lot of
That was
ancestry
that
in
was
that
really
fucking
cool.
throw- in
Yeah.
that attack.
Sandal,
Yeah.
And you
Izzy,
dipped.
take out the chancla.
Yeah.
He did. He
Yes.
did.
So
In, like,
you know,
episode
Oh yeah,
5.
I casted catapult on my shoe basically.
yeah, I mean,
Because
when
that
I
was the
say
last one standing.
fucking dragon.
how do you want to kill this thing, they can tell me whatever they want. And he wanted to throw a shoe through its chest. So
In my mind, it's
That's what
not,
happened.
but in my mind, I showed this episode to like another one of my friends, and even she was like, that was so black. Like, Izzy pulled up this middle and went, I'm gonna count to 3. And then Tiamat was like, oh fuck.
I think that's what Izzy
Wait,
said
Psychic, you
in
have
the
other
episode.
friends?
I do have
What?
other friends.
Yeah, he does because they talked to us on Temptations that one time. Remember? Okay, let us transition
I've heard the story over and over again.
with Euphrasy's question. Unless anybody else has anything they want to. You guys can ask me questions outside of this, but I figured that this would just be a fun time, and I'm sure that Kellen and others would like to hear my answers. But if not, we'll take Euphrasie's question, kind of segue into. You got another one, sorry.
Ellen,
Put it in the
ask
comments.
Question in the comments.
Yeah, I will answer whatever question you want, Kellen. Here's how I want to do this. We'll ask Euphrasie's question, and then I want to just kind of go through one at a time. Just kind of give me the broad strokes. Just kind of walk me through what you do. In the hours, days, weeks. If at any time something like really jumps out at me, I'll pause you and we can RP it a little bit. But otherwise, I kind of just want to kind of go through the main points of what you want to do. As far as Lauren is concerned, you can you can play your Switch, or you can ask about any individual NPC or whatever that you're curious about.
Oh damn! The Switch is getting put the fuck down.
Yeah, he needs to start writing a list.
So Euphrasie, we'll start with you. What was your last question, and then we'll transition, and you get to go first. Put you on the spot.
Well, my question is actually a question I know the answer to.
Okay.
What makes Mysidia float?
I'll get to that in a second because I want there's an RP that I want to get to that.
Oh god.
We'll get to that.
Oh, no.
I have that planned. But thank you for the reminder.
Good shit. Good shit.
Oh god.
Okay, I didn't know where you wanted to go, but I was like, that would be a fun segue because that's like a lore world question, but also,
It is. And I have an RP moment or two here I'll drop in, but that's one of them. So, Euphrasie, though,
good shit.
you have the floor. Let's just go. So you can start wherever, just kind of broad strokes, what you want to do. And if you don't want to go first, you don't have to. I know Ava and Izzy are prepared. they are both ready.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
Yes, but
yeah, true.
Where we left off, you all had just defeated, Lauren. Everything is going back to normal, and you guys kind of literally sailed off into the sunset, right? But that's not where everyone's story ends. That's just where that particular story ended. So what do you view Euphrasie doing now? Like, what is the long-term goals? Like, what do you want to get into?
Well, considering I think we just upended my mother's entire, religion, I should probably go say something about that.
Okay. Well,
and also, my mother doesn't know anything about who or what I am.
Would you tell her that? Would you tell her that, or would you let her keep believing what she believes to be your all's history?
Good question.
I don't think Euphrasie would be able to keep that from her.
Okay. Second question, you said you kind of upended her whole religion, but at the same time, you brought her deity that she worships back into the fold.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, all of the icons now have a physical presence. Shiva has seen the error of her ways, and will likely be more involved in the history going forward, if you so would like her to be.
Yeah, I think Ava basically made me her official conduit. So
yeah, kind of like her boss. So, how do you think that's going to affect your relationship with your mom? I mean, and just how things continue in the North with Shiva being a physical presence once more, involved in the lives of people, listening, answering prayers. How do you handle that? What do you want to accomplish with all that new power at your fingertips?
Honestly, I think that's part of why Euphrasie goes to her mom, because she doesn't know what to do with it, and she needs some kind of advice or guiding hand from somebody who has been a figurehead for hundreds of years, probably.
Okay. So you tell her. You tell her everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's my mom. I could never keep that from her.
RP
shit.
You tell her everything. And Ava, I won't assume. Euphrasie, do you take Ava with you, or is this a conversation you have alone?
I think I have Ava on standby.
Okay. There's a long silence for a while as she kind of stares into the fire. You're in this little room, a little quiet, private room, and she's just kind of watching the fire burn. So, you're telling me that everything I remember, everything I feel, it's a lie. All of it. Until recently.
I've only existed for the past few months, yeah.
I don't see how that can be possible. She kind of trails off, and you see she's doing the same thing Liz is doing now. She kind of starts to hone in on a memory. The memories I have of you, they're fuzzy.
Livy couldn't remember my favorite food.
Well, that's silly. I don't know your favorite food either. Oh my god.
What color the blanket was that you found me in.
Oh my god. Her eyes look at you, and you can see that they're welling up with tears. Euphrasia, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
I didn't either. I just figured it was... I couldn't keep that from you. I can't keep things from people that... I don't know. I knew this would probably hurt, but
No,
I think it would hurt worse if you found about it any other way.
this is nothing you did. I mean, it's not your fault. You can't hurt me with this, Euphrasia. It's just something that happened to you.
But it still hurts all the same.
She stares off into the fire again.
At the end of the day, though, I mean... At least for the past 4 months, I've always called you my mum.
She meets your gaze at that. I think the cruelest part of all this is that the memories I have of you, I didn't really deserve that title. If someone was going to plant these in my head, why would they make me like that? Why would they have me treat you the way I treated you if it was all going to be a lie? I'm sorry, Euphrasia, for what you remember, for what I remember, for things, whether they happened or not. And she kind of like grabs your chin and just kind of lifts it up to meet your gaze. It would be my honor if you would let me continue as your mother. But I understand if you wouldn't want that. Whatever we have, the memories, they might not be real, but what I feel for you is. And even though I haven't shown it both in the last few months and before, I want to know you, the real you. If you'll let me.
How could I not? And I just kind of give my mother a big hug.
She hugs you back, and you can feel her starting to just kind of weep silently as she's holding you. I do love you, you know.
And I love you too, Mum.
With that, we'll fade that scene. And we'll go to someone else for now. We'll bounce around for a little bit unless you had anything else you wanted to do. I'm going to take RP moments, I think, to switch characters just so we give everybody a chance to at least have one RP moment.
And just for a little bit of light silliness, like, and I know Ava made the strangest first impression, but he's truly lovely. You'll see.
For you, I will give him one more chance. Let's just hope he
That is
doesn't
the
do
question,
anything.
Ava. Instead of pointing up, do you point to yourself now?
I love that.
Yeah.
So,
Ava, she goes back to Ava later. It's like, all right, don't fuck this up.
oh, he's gonna fuck this up. It's gonna be horrible.
Oh,
Who
I
wants
love
to
it.
go next? I'll take volunteers, or I'll call on somebody. I'm a teacher
You go
right
get a
now.
snacky while you
Ava.
call on somebody.
Go for it. Who
Story-wise,
wants?
probably either Ava or Bazcat, because both of them have a Euphrasia tangential story, I guess.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Okay. Again, just start. You can start talking. Anything I want to latch onto, I'll just say, "Oh, RP, let's do it," and then I'll make you talk to me.
Okay. Wait to do this one because Euphrasia's gone, and she might appreciate the lore behind that. Let's run into Zaz outside of Cornelia.
Okay. Okay. You, as you go back to Cornelia, you have been there a day or two. I mean, just, trying to get things kind of help set back up. And then you take it upon yourself to go find Zaz. You do find him. He's working on rebuilding one of the houses. So, they've got they've got the frame of the house up, and he's sitting there. He's like sawing off some wood on the side. He doesn't even like hear you come up. He's got the cool little hard hat on.
Nice.
Hold on. Now I'm thinking, where would the Chickabo be if he was wearing a hard hat?
Oh,
It's in
maybe
the little,
sitting on right on the top or something.
well, that doesn't
Oh,
protect
like a
him.
little pocket protector or
An
something.
apron pocket.
Yeah, he's got a little apron on, and then the front pocket, the little Chickabo's in there, and you can see that there's a
Cute.
very tiny little yellow hard hat that he strapped on to the little Chickabo.
Oh, my man,
love
that is adorable.
As
Oh
he's
my
just
god.
sawing, he doesn't even see you coming up. What do you do?
Oh, Zaz keeping Goldie safe too. I appreciate that.
Oh, this is his little Chickabo, not Goldie.
Oh,
Oki's
he's
was
a Chickabo
Goldie.
too?
Yeah, he has one
Okay,
too.
I thought that was okay. Cute. Okay. Wow, I didn't know that. Cool. I love that.
Yeah, this one is actually more of the standard kind of dirty yellow. So I mean,
okay.
it's nowhere
Not
near
quite
as
as cool.
the feathers aren't as brilliantly gold. So I didn't hear you.
Yeah, hard worker.
I'm trying to be. Ava, I appreciate everything you've done. My family just showed up yesterday. It's been an adjustment, but can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us.
They found temporary shelter and got acquainted for now.
They did. Sarah has been amazing. I mean, I'm a nobody, and she found us a place to live, a nice place to live, and I don't deserve this. You gave me an opportunity. I spit it back in your face. Here you are trying to give me a third chance. I don't know what I've done to earn this, Ava, but I thank you.
Jokingly say to him, "Don't fuck it up this time, friend."
I'm doing my best.
How about you take a little break and go put on that armor and weapon I gave you earlier, and let's go have a chat with Sarah real quick.
Sure. Okay. Give me just a couple minutes.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. Doesn't take long. He rushes home. He comes back. You see that he has donned the armor and what weapon did you give him? Was it a sword or?
What does he like?
He
He's
would
got-
probably, yeah, but I don't know if Ava would do that though. That's the thing.
I don't know if I
Um,
would have accessibility to guns. I don't fucking know how to do that.
How about this? Here's what I'll say. I think it's a little more Ava-ish. He comes out with 2 hand crossbows. He's got like a
Ooh,
nice little
okay.
pouch
Yeah.
of all the bolts on his side. I've been
Sweet.
practicing. I've been practicing. You can see
It
also
is fast.
you have a
Go
really
ahead.
high passive perception, right?
Decently high, but my insight as well. Passive perception of 20. Yeah, it's pretty good.
20. The little chocobo is now back in his hair. He has that off, and it has just like this little tiny cape on it.
Oh.
Little
go.
tiny cape.
Stop!
God, this is.
Stop.
I knew Zaz is a great person. I love this.
I've been practicing. I'm getting decent.
Let's go find the queen, and we'll go off and find Sarah.
Okay. You find Sarah. It's pretty easy to. She's been very, very involved in the rebuilding. Her and Furion are actually together, kind of back towards the central area. There's a lot of rebuilding that needs to be done on the town square. Sarah has made sure that all of the funds so far have been put into this. The castle has not been touched. She does plan to redo it eventually, but it is not her priority. At this point, she is trying to rebuild the public areas and the places that the common folk would be. She's focusing on people's houses, and she's focusing on the central gathering square. And you can see that as you walk into it, you have a flashback, a memory of this. This is where your journey began. This central place. You woke up here over the body of a dead person, not knowing where you came from, and now it looks totally different. There's this really new, beautiful fountain that they put in. You helped commission it with the help of Leviathan, as it has this central water thing, and it does this amazing, beautiful waterworks. And it's also kind of shaped like Leviathan a little bit because he took a little credit for it. But also Leviathan, by the way, it's like a baby Groot situation. Still only about this big, but still really
Cute.
powerful. He's
Aw.
only about this big.
Cute.
Sarah does notice you.
Also wearing a tiny little hard hat.
Of course, he's in construction now. He's in construction. So Sarah goes,
Find a scuba mask.
"Ah, Ava, it's good to see you. And I see you brought your friend. Says, how is the lodgings? I hope they're up to your standard." Oh my God, my queen. Yes, you've been so generous. I don't know how to Oh, stop. You've done more than enough. You're pulling your share. I see what you do out there. And now, I don't know, Ava did mention something else. She kind of like looks at you, waiting for you to kind of
Yes,
speak.
Sarah. This is as you know, and you've met Zaz. I would like to. What the fuck's the word called? Nominate him as one of your first members of your royal guard.
I have been looking to put the Queen's Guard back together. That's been a little thin since, well, you know. I don't know though. She kind of looks him up and down, and you know her well enough to know that she's being kind of coy and
Fucking with him.
playful.
Yeah.
What is that you have there? Crossbows.
Daz, do something cool.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, he kind of looks at you, kind of
I throw an apple.
He gets startled. He gets startled really quick, and then he finds it, and it just goes in very quickly into the apple, and then kind of flies off a little bit and pounces on the ground. Interesting. She looks at you, and there's like just a little bit. You notice that she feels lighter these days. She feels like just more jokey, right?
Like the world isn't ending potentially.
Exactly. She has her husband back,
Yeah.
you know, and
Doesn't
everything.
have
She
to
just
worry about her dad anymore.
right.
Yeah.
Well, you can shoot apples. That's a first step, I suppose.
Pretty good step. That's how I started. I shot apples.
She pulls out a acorn out of her pocket
Yeah.
because you had told her he was coming. Let's try something just a little bit harder, shall we? Ava, if you could give me just a little bit of a of some wind, please.
Oh shit! Okay, as I did this guy. Okay, yep, and I will shoot. What is it? Arrow.
Okay.
With the acorn when she throws it.
As you throw it, the acorn just whooshes away. Saz takes a deep breath. I rolled a 19. He takes a deep
Ooh.
breath,
Oh,
one
baby.
hand crossbow,
Yeah.
as the acorn just gets punked away. Well,
That was pretty fucking cool.
I'd say that was a pretty good introduction of your skills, Queensguard Saz. And he goes, "No, my lady, I couldn't possibly." "Oh, stop. You already had the job before you showed up."
Yeah.
No. Listen, I will promise to get you better lodgings closer to the castle once we reconstruct all that. But I do warn you, this could be slightly dangerous work, and, well, I'm going to need you to be present, so I might have to relocate you of your duties off of some of the, the house building and that. I have some other things that I could use your help with. Ma'am, it also comes with a significant raise. I accept. And the little chocobo in his hair is going
Yeah.
as he just looks at you, and there's this look on his face of just dumbfounded awe as he looks at you, a literal god, but this man's kind of personal hero, as you've helped him out of 2 scrapes now.
True.
Ava, I don't know how. I really don't know how, since you're this now. But I will repay this debt one day. You mark my words. When you need me, I will be there.
I know you will, Zaz.
Well, that's enough talking. We have some work to do. Ava, it's always good to see you.
Sarah.
She turns
Give her a
around,
nod.
kind of runs back. Furion, by the way, just kind of watching this, and his eyes lock with you. And he just gives you kind of a nod. Knowing that you know his secret, still nobody's told it.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to pause with Ava. Who wants to go next?
You are really lucky Izzy didn't notice.
Yeah, I know.
Izzy's not there, yeah.
Izzy, would you like
Baz
to go?
can
I know you
go.
had some things you wanted to do.
Yeah, but I about to say if Bascat wants to go.
Ask out what you got.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, mine's Buzzcats is pretty like simple, I think. Probably good intermission. Um, I think Buzzcat is done with his original mission of avenging his brother. So I think he probably, in my mind, gets an invitation to join the Golden Grin to help re-stabilize parts of the world that need help with that, because I know they're more of like a shadow dealing behind the shadow sort of thing, but um I think sometimes you do need a little bit of muscle, and Bazcat the Deathless is a really good example of muscle. He
I
probably
love
does
that
barely
name.
even needs to yeah,
That's a
Bazcat the
cool
Deathless.
name.
Um
Yes.
he probably doesn't even need to like raise Boyamak anymore. He just shows up in an area and people know what's up now. So I think that he does that for a really long time. I think he also, and I'm glad Euphrasy's back, um, because I think he also invites Liv to join him. Whether or not she wants to is up to her.
Totally does.
Yeah.
Because
And
because I think they end up becoming a really good, like, and probably a very like renowned like team between the
A
two of
dynamic
them.
duo.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I don't even think they officially ever get married, because that's an old, outdated thing, and we both saw Euphrasia and Ava's wedding, and it was gross. So, but we probably did.
Okay.
Liv got to be the maid of honor, and she's like, I've had my fill of weddings.
One
Ew,
more.
so, but we
Some
rather not.
bullshit goes down at their wedding, like somebody, like they have to fight someone at the wedding, and Liv's like, I've had my
Yeah.
fill of weddings,
Yeah.
thanks.
Can we not do this? And Besk's like, you go it, and but they probably have a couple kids together, and they still travel
Okay.
and things like that.
Amazing. One just quick point of clarification. One of the things we haven't touched on it yet, but one of the things that Ava is doing afterwards is decommissioning the Golden Grin. But what he is doing is kind of starting something new, something that's less shadowy. So I imagine you would be doing that. I think Ava might have been the one to approach you to bring you into this. So it wouldn't necessarily be called the Golden Grin, but the concept stays the same. Because I think
The
one of the
silver
things
smile.
I think one of the things Ava
It's
you had
actually
mentioned
cute.
was wanting to bring it more out of the shadows, right?
Yep.
So I think that fits perfectly
Besk's
with
a
what you
great
said.
person to help do that too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, that
Yes.
just reminded me. Did would it be canon at that point that Garnet overtook Braun for Queen of Alexandria?
Ah, the
'Cause that was a
question.
side story.
The question. I actually rolled for this just to
Oh
see how it
god,
went.
she fucked it.
Garnet
got
was
this.
successful in her
Yeah!
Queen Braun.
Let's
Queen
go.
Braun is currently being held prisoner until they
I
can
forgot this
sort out what
movie.
to do. But yeah, I rolled for it to see how that went, and yes, she was successful in that. Before we do
Honestly-
anything else, though,
One thing we do have to roll is
I'm doing it right now. I was going to say, roll your athletics.
Yeah.
check.
Oh, sorry, kitty.
I'm winning one of these. Son
20.
of a bitch! Rolled a 4. That's 2 out of 3. Let's go. Let's do it.
That's so live. That's so live.
16. 16. Beat that.
Okay, I rolled a 2, so 12, so that's good. She does eventually win.
All
a
right.
couple on it.
Best 2 out of
That's-
3.
You go.
Okay.
Oh, lost one. Okay.
This is for it. This is for everything. Look, I've been letting you win this entire time. Now I'm going to show you
Sure, babe.
how it's really done. Are you ready?
If Liv rolls a nat 1, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose
No,
my
no.
fucking mind.
You go first. I want to see what I got to beat.
You go first.
I got a 12. I
Oh.
rolled a 2.
Okay. Are you ready? Oh, for the
Nah.
first time ever. She says that, right? She says that. She's been
Mhm.
letting you win. And as you're straining, she looks makes eye contact with you. Does one of these things, licks her lips a little bit and gives you a wink, distracting you just enough as she slams your hand down.
Excellent.
Fazcat,
Excellent. I love it.
with your intelligence, I'm going to say you are not sure if she was telling the truth. You think that maybe she could have been letting you win this whole time. You're not sure.
And he is so turned on by that.
I was about to say, this is going to be the hottest thing in the world for Fazcat right now.
So hot. He's into
Oh
it.
god.
Soulmates.
Okay.
They lived happily ever
Oh,
after.
love
And they
that.
lived happily ever after. Izzy, what do you got?
I want you to know Izzy came to drop off some papers and he was watching that the entire time. He is disgusted.
That's funny.
Liv gives him a
That
get
is
the fuck out of the room. I'm busy. You're intruding on my private moment.
No, Izzy knows foreplay when he sees it. He drops the papers and leaves.
He has
Oh yeah.
he has grown. He is starting to recognize stuff.
Somebody yells, "Get a room." Fazcat goes, "No."
Oh,
They clear the tavern. They just
Yeah,
start.
they clear the tavern.
Tavern
Yeah.
just leave. That is their room.
The tavern is your room. Yeah.
They get a room. Liv's I see 4 walls and a ceiling. This is a room.
Yeah.
Boom.
They could be outside
Liv
in the
is very
plaza and
smart.
everybody else would go inside.
Yeah.
This is
Also, Libby is very smart, so I don't know how double attractive that makes her to Fazcat, but
it's great. I mean, you gotta have. She's like the black cat, and he's the golden retriever. That's that couple
Yes.
dynamic they have.
Yes.
Okay.
She does their
Yeah.
taxes.
Yep.
oh.
Izzy, what do you got?
So I'm kind of just gonna go in order. because I'm
Okay.
not a big fan of the going back and forth because it'll make me lose my place.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think Izzy's first scene is him just going through the portal after the final fight. And I think that Anubis is sitting on his desk because I realized Anubis has not been around for a while. And I think they land on his shoulder. And I think he pets the bird. And I think as he does, they jump to the windowsill and look towards a tree where there are other ravens. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, you wish to go? Well, you can if you wish, but just know the world isn't easy, even for a familiar mate, even for a familiar." And I think he opens the window for this familiar that he created in a time where he needed someone. And now, despite everything, he doesn't need anyone. He can invite people into his life if he chooses. And I think as he does, he flies off and other ravens do. But I think as he's about to leave, I think he looks up and he says, "Now, I know you're not the smartest, but I can sense you very well." And I think crawling from like a portal in the corner of his room, you see a pseudo dragon crawl through and walk up to him. And I think he just picks them up and he says, "You helped quite a bit in that fight, but I didn't know you could get smaller. Um, all right." And I think you see it's a prismatic pseudo dragon. And I think as they crawl up to his shoulder, he says, "It seems some of you from the ethereal plane a second time lets me conjure you as familiar. That's interesting. Can you tell me your name?" And I think there's no sound, but he is listening, and he says, "Oh, Encore. That's a beautiful name.
Oh.
Do you know the rune Encore is actually the arcane rune for life. Regardless, I need to get lunch to fill up a bit before I pick up the children from the cave. And I think the dragon just gets comfortable on the show. He's like, "Oh, okay," and he just goes.
I'm going to debut your new character art that you had made. I'm going to throw it right there on the stream because it looks cool.
Finally, my art's on the stream.
It's on the stream.
Yo.
So it looks
I
nice.
can just send it in the
sick.
I can just send it in the group chat.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
But yeah, that's this is Izzy's new look.
Put it in
Oh
the
my
chat.
god, that's so
Put it
cute.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat.
Love it.
Hold on. I actually was not expecting that.
That's cute.
Also,
Sorry.
love the symbolism. Love the symbolism of the
that was really cool.
window. Oh, that was so good.
That was fucking cool.
I try my best. I'm putting it now. Leave me alone, please. I think his I think his main scene outside of that would be him going to the cave.
Okay. I would like to also,
shit.
as time goes by, I'm going to just do this before you go to the cave. As time goes by, you start to notice that there are, amongst your papers and stuff like that, there are like, wedding magazines that just start appearing randomly throughout your house. This is like a few years down the road. Because I think Taurus at this point would not be, still don't think he's that forward, but I do imagine him as the passive kind of guy that would just like leave them there, hoping you get the hint. And I don't know if new Izzy would. Old Izzy, this would take decades. You can decide how new Izzy. But yes, you wanted to go to the cave because there are.
I mean, to be fair, there. Without any spoilers, there is a scene that might yield to that narrative. Ooh. Anyways.
Okay, you wanted to go to the cave.
Else have it in their head?
He's just going to use the staff to he's just going to use the staff and just cast return to the cave.
Okay. When you get in the cave, it's super clean. It is immaculate, and you see they don't notice you yet, but you see Luca kind of standing over top of Nellie as she's got this book open on her lap, and he is trying to help her read above the level that she's currently reading at. He's teaching her words. You can see that they're going through the story that they're going through is a little bit. It's kind of like an adventure story. It's actually an adventure story that about sky pirates. Let's just bring it. Let's just bring it in. Why not?
Yeah.
As he's just kind of helping her, she's got stumbling on some of the really big words. He goes, no, you're doing good. You're doing good. Just try it again. Right. That's right. See, you got this. I told you could do this.
Yeah, I think he waves his staff, and you see, almost without thinking about it, dozens of books within that genre immediately begin stacking around them.
As
As
soon
he
as they
says, I feel
do,
like these.
Luca grabs Nellie. So he didn't know you're there. As the shit starts flying around, he kind of just grabs her and holds her down, looking around. What dude, you can't just be sneaking up on us like that. Big bunny man! She runs over to you and
Oh.
gives you a hug.
Oh, that's cute.
He says, if we could talk, that would be just grand.
Yeah.
But first, he waves his hand, and he turns Nellie's cloak of protection pink.
Cute.
How did you know that was my favorite color? She kind of wraps it around herself. Thanks. Hey,
Uh,
since you're here, does that mean is everything safe?
Yes, but I wanted to ask you two something. And I think he sits down at the table and has them sit next to him. And
Oh,
he says, I wanted to know, would it be okay if I took care of the two of you? Because I know I didn't get the chance to actually ask you. I just assumed that position, and I want to actually give you the choice. Because if not, I will take you anywhere you wish to be, without a second thought.
I mean, I'm kind of confused. I thought you were already kind of doing that. Plus, dude, where the hell are we gonna go, man? We got nowhere else to go.
Cornelia, not
Now, well,
Balam, Alexandria.
not Balam.
Nellie pops up.
Damn.
No, so here's the thing. I don't care if you want to take care of us. That's great, but and don't take this the wrong way, but this cave's a little smelly, and I kind of want some other kids to play with. So I mean, I wouldn't care to move. I mean, the kid's got a point. It's
Fucking boring.
she's gonna need some socialization, some. But yes, I
But
mean, in
I'm
answer to
asked.
your question, of course, dude. I mean,
Thank you. Your consent in this means more to me than just you being okay with it. I want you to know I really mean that.
look, if it's any consolation, I
Um,
can't think of anybody else. I can't think of anybody else Dad would ask to take this up.
I'll have
Maybe
a house
that
ready.
diplomat guy I used to run around with. I don't know what's his name. Tall guy. Nellie goes,
Ava?
Ava. Yeah, that guy. Maybe him. I don't know.
Damn. Damn. All right, Lucas.
Regardless, I'll have a house ready for us by the end of the week. You'll each have your own rooms. Luke, I want to ask, could you train me in the art of melee combat in return for me teaching you magic?
You gonna teach me magic?
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now listen, I can teach you some things. My specialty's not really combat. It's more let's see, how do I put this? It's more well here, and he just kind of reaches you back the little coin purse that you have. It's more that.
Oh. Oh, you don't know how to defend yourself?
I mean, I can. It's just not what I'm really good at.
Oh, well, that won't do at all. He immediately sends a message to Ava. But he says, Nellie, could you go pick up a few of those books and put them in this bag? And he'll give her his bag of holding.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
Cat would be such a good teacher.
Grabs him all the books.
My passive perception is 19.
19's high enough. Okay. She hops down and then takes the bag and starts walking away. And then you can hear under her breath, I mean, you just made them fly around the room, and then you're the reason they're on the floor. But sure, I can go around and pick up after you. That's fine. Yeah, sure.
Yes,
She just starts putting all of the things. She
He
starts
is like what
I love it.
Yeah.
Sit around
He
Luca
looks
way
at
too much
Luca
on
and he
decorated.
says, Luca, do you have plans for the future?
Look,
Wow.
I don't know what kind of
It's fine.
conversation.
It's fine if the answer is no.
I don't know, man. Things have been so hectic. I didn't even know if there was going to be a future up until like 5 minutes ago. I had plans, I mean, I had all sorts of plans, but then, Dad
I
died.
know.
We had to move. It's just,
Mm.
I just don't, the life I had envisioned, I don't see it working, man.
Well, I know you're a very enterprising young man, and despite everything, I know that you were given independence with love and understanding. And I think he puts his hand on the table, he sighs, he says, I wasn't given that. I was given independence out of spite and hate because my parents didn't want me around them unless I could be a show pony to increase their standing with nobles.
Sound like dicks.
Well, yeah, that's why one of them had to die. Regardless,
Oh,
I
Fair.
want to be a guardian who can look after you, but also allow you to think for yourself. So all I ask is that you be honest with me, you be open to my input in some situations, and I ask that you wait until you're at least 17 before you decide to leave my guardianship and explore the world or whatever without supervision. I want you to be as prepared as possible before you make your mark, your undoubted mark that I know you're going to.
Okay. I can make that promise.
If you wish to go out, all I ask is that you be back by a reasonable time.
Okay.
Because I would hate for something to happen to you. And I think he puts a hand on his shoulder. He's like, and I need you to understand this. If something happens to you, I'm going to burn down everything in the path to get you.
Okay. All right. Coming in a little strong, but I appreciate the sentiment. So, you said I could ask you some questions.
You can ask me whatever you wish.
Okay. Does magic hurt?
Unless you
yes.
give,
Like casting it, does it
unless
hurt?
you, well, it depends on the spell. Sometimes it might sting a bit, but unless you're giving up something major to do so, like blood magic, it shouldn't.
Okay. Another question. He kind of looks around, and Nellie's still over there, like shoving stuff in, like she's like really angrily shoving it in. He turns back to you. I've been having feelings lately, like there's this girl back in Ballum. I'm not really sure what to, and then we're just gonna fade up because he's gonna start grilling you about puberty questions.
That's some good shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. He
That is
answers
fucking
them.
funny.
I think Luca realizes that Izzy is really good at giving technical advice, but then he'll be like, yeah, but what should I tell her? He should be like, you should just tell her you like her. And him being 17, he's like, why the fuck would I do that?
I'm gonna go ask Uncle Ava. Thanks, Izzy.
That's
Grunkle Ava.
I want to jump back to Ava. Paragraph 2. Won't you do that for me?
Paragraph 2. Fuck me.
Oh, paragraph 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Paragraph 2.
So this one will involve Euphrasia and Oki. So we're probably taking the airship because that's fucking cool. We are going to go on a tour of all the crystals and the city associated with them and take a little vacation. And while we're at the crystals, like checking on like the health of the crystal, the tower, checking with the residents and everything, while we're at the towers, Oki is secretly going to run off and grab a little dirt sample from each of the temples and put it into a ring mold. And so the water temple, fire temple, earth, air, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to end the tour at the Chocobo Forest. And so we'll enter the scene of the Chocobo Forest, and as we're walking in, I'm going to be like, oh, Euphrasia, this is where, we found Goldie, this is where Sarah was. And
Goldie was born here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's true, Oki. Oh, no, you're good.
Beautiful.
As Euphrasia's like turned away looking at something with Oki, I will grab some soil from the Chocobo Forest and put it into the ring. And then I will kneel down, and as you turn back to me, I will say... Did I write this down? No, I didn't. I'm just going to make something up. This is soil from every crystal that we saved. Soil from every part of the world that we saved. This is the life we've created and are continuing to live. And in the ring mold, since diamonds are made by highly pressurized and condensed earth, or like dirt and earth, it will shift into a sheer diamond ring after being like superheated, and it will have like a swirling elemental color of all 4 icons, and it'll shift between all their insignia, and you as the wearer of the ring can shift the colors as you please to represent the ice mostly, or fire, do whatever kind of mix you want. And then I will say, will you marry me? Crazy.
Euphrasia, you feel a little tug on you before you can even say anything. You turn around and Oki's there. She goes, "Can you say yes?"
Oh.
He worked really hard on this.
I did, yes.
God, so I'm speechless. I thought you would go. I honestly expected you to offer me a berry or something.
And I could do that too.
Why, are you hungry?
They're actually grown here, so they're fresh.
Wait, what?
berry.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting very, very distracted. The answer is obviously yes.
Oki just starts jumping up and down.
Yeah.
And I'll get down on my level and just throw my arms around him.
Oh,
Give Ava a big old
it was
kiss.
so hard to keep that secret. Oh my God. I almost said it. I almost slipped a couple times, and then Ava gave me this really, really mean look. But I was able to keep it under wraps. And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
In a minute. We're like a real family now. I've never had
I remember you asking sometime if I was going to be your new mum, and yeah, I guess I am.
Oh, wait. She turns around. She picks a berry off the bush, and she comes over to you, and she gets down on one knee, and she reaches you this little berry. Will you be my mommy?
Oh.
Oh.
That's so cute.
And then
Yeah,
again,
fuck
she
you,
leans
Crazy.
over. She leans in and she goes, "Please say yes."
Euphrasia's trying not to cry, and she will accept the berry, and of course, I wouldn't have it any other way.
She just throws her arms around both of you guys, and she's just happy weeping as she just holds on to you guys. I've never had a family. I promise I'm going to be I'm going to be I'm going to be your kid. She hugs you really tight.
That's true. I'm going to be your kid, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
At least she didn't lie.
Perfect.
I will ask Psychic if you have any questions about any of the NPCs that you'd like to know.
Not really. I feel like most of the big questions either would be handled at a Kupo Quest -2 situation.
Okay.
I think I don't know. A lot of them are just kind of what would happen next, but then it's all just just a natural conclusion to things.
Okay.
Like with Luca and Nelly, with Izzy,
Yeah.
Well, I have one for you then.
I
Go ahead. Sorry.
was gonna ask, what is Squall and Noah naming their kid? Is it Selfie?
Yeah, they have a good boy or girl.
They have a little girl. They do have a little girl. You know, Selfie's not a bad name. I think I'll just go with that. I had a
Cute.
couple. I had a couple like in my head from like Final Fantasy VIII, of course. But yeah, let's do
Yeah.
Selfie. Selfie is the baby's name.
Also,
Yeah.
On
you
that
gotta
note,
love how during the emotional moment I had to threaten to spray bottle my cat
I
because she was
saw.
misbehaving.
I
They're
saw
not
that.
allowed on the desk. The baby is still learning this. Maple should know better.
Cats do what they
On that note, and utilizing connections and his vast knowledge of orphanages, Biggs and Wedge also adopt a little girl, a baby.
Christ.
So Biggs and Wedge do end up adopting a little girl, and they name her Rydia. That is her name.
Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT.
Hell yeah.
Bazcat, do you have any other? Have you kind of touched on yours?
Nope, they lived happily ever after at the end.
Perfect.
Oh.
I would also like to say that in a year or two, eventually, as things do, Goldie will no longer be a chocobo and does grow into a full chocobo.
Aw.
And Oki rides her everywhere. The two are
Oh, yeah.
inseparable. They are
Fuck
basically like
yeah.
best friends. Oki would
She gets up off the
essentially
couch, rides her to the refrigerator.
right, yeah.
Dog.
Oh god.
Oki is essentially, and without even really knowing that she's doing it, is kind of following in Grunther's footsteps. I mean, she has a bond with this chocobo, and she not just this chocobo, but she seems to have just an attunement with beasts and animals in general. But yes, eventually, as time goes on, she will become a chocobo rider, as far as what profession she chooses to go into.
Yes.
Um,
We love this.
Would
for
she
her.
teach any eventual
Yeah.
siblings to ride Goldie?
oh no
No,
no. Chocobos, yes.
Yeah,
She
Goldie's
does not
hers,
share
yeah.
Goldie. She does not
no,
share
no,
Oh.
Goldie.
Goldie is hers.
No,
yeah.
Goldie is hers.
A sibling's her sibling is like, what's that? What's that? Can I ride him?
No.
The last time someone walked up to Goldie, they nearly lost a finger, and we don't know where the dagger came
Yeah,
from.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a scene. It involves Euphrasie, Ascat, you're going to be in
Oh.
this, and Liv, and
Uh-oh.
Izzy.
Oh,
Bazcat, Liv has asked you to come with her on this. And
Yes,
all I'm
of
going to tell you right now is she said it's very important. It's very hard for her, and she needs you there.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know more.
No,
Okay.
that's fair.
And
Izzy,
that's even.
you have been, they have asked you, Euphrasie, Bazcat, and Liv have asked you if they could visit you. Actually, no. They have asked if you would visit them.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Where are we visiting?
Where are you guys living now? Is everybody kind of in Cornelia, or where do you think you would have settled?
Where would Ava want to put down roots? Because Euphrasie's more than okay with getting out of Ishgard.
probably Cornelia, but I mean, we can if Liv is in Ishgard, we can
Yeah.
just. I mean, probably just teleport there.
Bass
'cause we're
and Liv
gods,
are
but we have an
nomadic.
airship.
They don't really have. They
Yeah.
have like a mobile home type thing where
They
just
probably
kinda-
go back to they go back to Ishgard for when the summer gets unbearably hot.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like
So,
snowbirds.
Where
Yeah.
are we?
So where would you be meeting? Probably, I would say, probably around Cornelia. Then, if you guys are nomadic, it'd
Yeah.
probably happen one of the times you were visiting. Okay.
Cool.
Got it. Over time.
I'm about to say, Cornelia would definitely work for the return spell because it has to be a place that you label a sanctuary.
Okay. Psychic.
Got it. After a year or so, technology has grown a little bit more. Bazcat has taken the airship, and that is their mobile home.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Airships are back. You can just get another one.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get an
that's
airship.
No,
Yeah.
this one. Ava was like, take it, we're attached to it.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So Cornelia.
Cornelia,
Yeah.
when you
Cool.
come in to the room, it is very somber. Like there's an air in the room of a very serious overtones. And Liv just kind of notices you first and looks up, and she's got that same look on her face that she's kind of always looked at you with, this disapproving kind of just. She just really can't stand you for some reason. You never figured out why.
And Izzy does not care to find out.
Thank you for
Respect.
coming.
Yes, of course.
She looks over at you, Frazee. I don't think I can do this.
Livy, you're gonna have to do this because
I
at
don't-
this point you've got me confused.
You know what this is about.
This is not something she would have ever shared with Euphrasie.
Okay, well then never mind. Okay,
Yeah, Euphrasie does not know about
fair enough.
Liv.
Fair enough.
Andy, I swear to God, get off the table.
I hear you're on the council of Mysidia now.
Correct. How long would this have been into his councilship?
I would say a couple months, not like a full year,
Okay.
maybe 6 months.
Yep.
Um,
I guess he'll say, "Oh, do you have any questions about the things I'm working on? Do you have any ideas or movements that you think could go into the city?"
No, I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me exactly what you know. And I need you to be honest with me. They tell me you're trustworthy. They tell me that you're good. What do you know about how Mysidia is powered?
I think Izzy goes into a very textbook definition of like what someone would have been told or have read about.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I will give you advantage because I think Izzy would regurgitate everything he's read.
Oh, these are not Izzy's dice. 24.
24
Switch to
works.
Izzy's dice.
She kind of looks you up and down. And that's truly what you believe. That's what you think.
That's what all the facts point to. But facts can be wrong. Can be wrong if they're from a skewed view. Mm,
She
yeah, I'll just
reaches
go with
over
that.
and kind of grabs Euphrasie's hand for this.
She just looks at you and just
They're
gives you a
still
nod.
they're still hiding things from you, Izzy. And I'll admit, I may have misjudged you based on where you were from and who your parents are.
Are you from Mysidia?
I am from Mysidia.
Oh, then that's completely fine. That's completely understandable, in fact.
No, it's they're still hiding things from you. It's a lie. That's not how any of that works. And I think if you take a closer look, you'll realize that not all of that math adds up. I think if you really, really look into this, you will realize that there's just enough inconsistencies to where you wouldn't actually get the power you need to keep an entire city afloat with those little machines they talk about. They don't use machines, Izzy. They use people. They use people as arcane batteries. They used me as a battery for 7
think-
years.
Oof. I think as she continues to talk, I think you all are looking at her, so you don't see it, but you hear the windows cracking bit by bit as you feel a wave of arcane energy. And you look at Izzy, and you see his eyes are just steady with determination as he walks to her and he puts his hand on her hand. He says, "Tell me everything you know." And I think she sees someone who if they did not have a status to upkeep, they would be on an immediate war path of death and destruction, just based on that information alone.
She starts to break a little bit. And would you roll a 24? I've never told anyone this. And I wouldn't be telling you if I didn't think you can help. And she looks over at Bascat and Euphrasia. And I'm sorry, it's just been... I'm sorry, I never told you, Euphrasia, but it's not something that's easy to talk about, but I can't go on like this. I can't keep... There's innocent people and they need help. And I've been scared. I've ignored it for so long. Because I can't go back. I just can't go back there. You can help. Promise you'll help. Izzy. Promise me.
I think he takes a beat and he lets out a sigh, almost like he's trying to release the frustration within his body right now as he says, "I will do everything in my power to see what is going on, because this is not okay."
No, it's not.
I'm not sure how much the new council members know, but I know at least 2 or 3 of them would be aware at most likely. But I also know someone who's very intelligent and seemingly enough has a kind heart, at least from what I've seen of her. And we also have very similar interest. We also learned from the same person. And I think with her skills, she would be the best suited to figuring things out.
I
And
will say one thing I know. While we were there, we were still aware of things. Like we could still see and hear. We just couldn't move.
Expect it.
But the batteries do have to be maintained. And the only person I ever saw come in or out of that room was your father. Whoever's currently the Archmage has to be maintaining that still, or Mysidia would have fallen. And that's where we're going to cut that scene as a seed for one of the planned spinoffs I have in the future.
Ooh.
If
So,
we don't start Kupo Quest
Can I-
-2 with Yuna singing in a stadium, I'm going to be so disappointed.
that's exactly
I'm
how we
Can I
so
start.
share something?
happy.
Can I share the reason why Liv is called Liv?
Go for it.
So Liv is called just Liv. She has no surname because her name is not Liv. Liv is a number.
Mhm.
Oh,
LIV is the Roman
Yeah.
numeral 54.
thank you, because I was just about to look it up.
Super clever. I loved it.
That's cool.
Okay.
So she was like
Good.
the 54th of her generation.
All
Oh.
right. Uh-oh, Basket had to go.
Give
I was
us
going to
peace sign.
say, yes,
Yeah, it gave us
it
peace
is.
sign.
It is. This one, oh man, the 4 players, it's all messed up now because you guys have...
Who am I?
What?
No!
I am.
You're Lauren.
Oh, man.
You are still Lauren. I found one without any things. So here's what I'll say. It is getting late,
Yeah.
and I could stay here until like 5 a.m. my time. But
Honestly.
any other major points that anybody want to bring up? I've tried to hit the big RP points that I know people wanted to do. I think Ava might have had another one. Oh, Ava, you've got to do your other RP point. If you're
Just look
good.
at Nelly.
Yeah, if everybody's good for like 15 more minutes. If we can hang on for
Yeah.
15 more minutes at least.
I just wanted to
Goodness.
share the truth behind Livy, the whole inspiration behind Liv's name and everything.
Yeah. Wolf,
You got to go.
I might be fine. Hang on a second. I just need to grab my cane and just...
Right.
Yeah,
Let's
I
do.
think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. I'm
Well,
good.
yeah, you have things to do though sometimes. That's why I wanted to check with you. Like,
Ah.
you don't just go to
Yeah,
bed
not very
after this.
often.
Okay.
Hang on, let me. Cat's on the table again.
Go ahead. I mean, if you can still hear us, yeah. Do this. Tell us the thing with Luca and Nelly, because I thought this one was really great.
So I would have had So I'll take Luca and Nelly to see a statue I had commissioned of
Aw.
Nozak and them, and it will be at the place where Nozak died. And it will
I'm
be
already
a
tearing up.
statue of Nelly. What's her name? I have it written down. It's Nelly, right?
Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nelly
Nelly.
will be kind of running, skipping ahead, dragging Nozak along with her. So Nozak will be kind of stumbling forward, trying to keep up with Nelly. And Luca will be trailing just behind them with like his hands in his pocket, kicking a rock. And he has a very slight, smug smile on his face, like he's very content and happy with his family. On the statue, we'll have the Bunny Man poem I wrote forever ago. And it will have the 3 signs pointing one towards Cornelia, one towards the Air Temple, and then one towards Altair.
Aw.
Yeah, I loved that when you told me about it. I would also like to think
I was-
that
Amazing.
Doing such a good job this entire fucking session, not crying. I hate you so much.
I loved that one. I would also like to imagine that at some point the kids meet, like Nelly, Luca, because I imagine Nelly and Ogie would be like best friends. Like
Besties.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
them to be best
Oh,
friends. Like when they're older,
Oh, yeah.
I want them to be in each other's weddings. Like I want them to grow up together. You know, so that's my
Mhm.
headcanon is that.
And they
Mhm.
razz on they razz on the younger children together. They beat
Yeah.
older siblings.
They give Lucas so much shit.
So much shit. So much shit. And I'd also like, in my head, the adventure's over, so people have gone, excuse me, their separate ways. But I feel like the bonds of these characters, they would still be in each other's lives quite regularly. That
Oh, for
would
sure.
be my understanding. Except Lauren, because he's dead as a doornail.
Oh.
He's
So
dead.
here's the thing, and if you all don't mind,
Girls were never alive.
I want your you can tell me no, because we won't have time to go through all of these points, because both Izzy and Ava gave me so many amazing things. Would you care if I just threw these up like on the Discord or the for free on the Patreon so people could read like your ideas about what you did post game?
Yeah, that's totally cool. Yeah.
Okay. If you're not okay with it, just tell me.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
You don't sound enthusiastic.
That was the clearest yes you're ever gonna get from Izzy.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you need
Yeah,
to
all right.
like edit anything before it goes up, I think he would let you.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, whenever you're satisfied with it, if you don't care me sharing it, not the actual doc, I'll just copy it to somewhere. So like, you know, but that way, I just think if people are interested, they could see a little bit more, because some of this stuff is really good, but we would be here for like 2 more hours if we went through with
Yeah.
everything, because it's just there's some good stuff in here though, some
When
great
do we usually
stuff.
wrap up? Are we past now, or do we still have a little bit typically?
I usually try to wrap
Oh
up
yeah,
by
no, we're
12.
past for like
We're
half hour.
past it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then this is usually when we're still. Well, you usually stick around for the post show, so we usually stop that. In
Oh,
about
yeah,
20
true,
minutes. So the episode's gone long, but I knew it. I actually didn't think it would. But is there any points though on the list that you guys put together that you're like, no, I really want to bring this up. I want to let people hear it. I want to know, or anything that like really needs to be RP'd. Just let me know.
Yeah. Well, the only major thing I can just kind of breeze through everything else, but the only major things that need to be RP'd is Izzy talking to Taurus and Izzy talking to Shin.
Okay. We've not actually even met Shin, have we? All
No,
right,
we're
let's do
supposed to.
Taurus.
If Bailey was still alive, we would have went back to Mysidia, we would have met Shin.
Let's do Taurus
Oh.
first then. So, when you come into the room, he is
Yeah.
reading one of those, wedding magazines. Oh, sorry, I just relaxing a little
Closes
bit.
it so the label faces you.
Puts it
Mind
down.
you, this is the same day of him getting the kids. The day of his
Oh, that one. Okay, never mind. Never mind. He wouldn't be that. He wouldn't be that thirsty this early.
Don't worry. Don't worry. His thirst will have a gratifying point.
How'd it go? The kids okay?
Hmm? Yeah, it went fine. Luca currently is avoiding me because I don't think he understood the graphics in the book, and he keeps avoiding it. He keeps telling me he understands it, but I don't think he does.
Oh, the graphics in the book?
Yeah, and he pulls out a basic sex ed
Oh,
book.
is he? No. Okay. Well, it looks very educational.
Yes, any up and coming young man and adolescent should know about his biology and the dangers of being safe.
Oh,
I agree.
Jannsik is rolling in his grave right now.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think he sits on the bed, gives him a kiss on the cheek, and I think he just goes over his entire adventure start to finish.
Okay. Wow. That's so you died how many times?
Just twice.
That's
But
still two
I
times more
think
than most people alive
yeah,
today,
but
at
then I
least.
think he stands up and he takes his hands and he says, "I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. I can be very temperamental, untrusting, and I don't see the best in the world anymore. But you're one of the few things I actually trust in, aside from my friends and the children. Every time I'm with you all, I don't feel as if I need to worry. I can take a breath of fresh air. I don't feel as if I need to have a spell ready just in case you stab me in the back. And I know that's a very low bar, but I just really appreciate you."
Oh, wow. That's nice to hear.
But knowing all that, do you still wish to be my partner? Because one thing I don't want is for you to realize these things later, and then you decide to opt out. I would rather know now if you can't.
He looks at you and he kind of puts his arms up around your neck. Izzy, I've thought about you a lot. After you left, I've been carrying a torch for you since we met. I know exactly who you are. Yes, I'm not going anywhere. And I will never stab you in the back.
Well, that was a given. But I think he
Just felt like you needed
takes.
to hear it.
No, I was pretty clear on my point. But
He
I
just kind of
think
like
he
rolls his eyes.
But I think he takes the ring off. He gave him his signet ring. I think he takes it off his hand. Izzy bursts some flame, and I think he circles his hand. And as he does, you see just two wads of metal as he snaps and casts Fabricate and turns it into two signet rings.
Matching set.
Yeah, and then he puts it on his finger in his. He says, "Oh, by the way, I plan on proposing to you in the next 3 years."
Okay.
In the next 3 years?
Structured.
That's a hell of a window.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think as that
at least it's a window.
yeah, and I think as that happens, I think the scene ends with Izzy closing the blinds, and I think he's getting ready for bed before he closes the door, and he says, "Okay, I'm going to do horrible things," and then I think the scene shifts.
I love that. Also, I
Oh
see
my.
what you
I'm
mean.
going to do horrible things to you.
So he gives it a year, and that's when he starts doing the magazines.
Starts
All
doing
right?
the wedding.
So he's
Yeah.
like, all right, it's been a year. It's been a year.
I like how Izzy gave a very clear time frame, and he said, "Well, there's no time like the present."
It's
So-
going to be either tomorrow or 3 years from now.
Yeah, there's no in
But there
between.
Oh my god.
Izzy defies that and finds the in between. That's how Taurus knows he's super serious about this relationship.
Yeah.
I want to do
When
this
it comes,
RP scene with you and Shin, but I want Psychic to do it instead. Like, I want Psychic to be Shin.
fair.
Oh,
Ooh.
When it comes to finding Shin, I think that Izzy is going around, and I think as he's going through the noble quarters, he's going through the working quarters, trying to see if he can get some semblance of information of where Shin is. And I think as he does, he takes notes of quite a few things he notices and is told before he comes to Shin's door, holding what looks like I guess you could call it a housewarming gift, but it's very clearly like a gift as he knocks on the door.
Yes. Should probably open the door first. Just gonna open up the door and have a look at you and say, you're one of the kids. Which one are you? You don't look like you're wearing the proper robes. You're the one that's been sneaking around for the last couple of years helping everybody. I remember you. Yes, hello. How can I help you?
He hands him the gift. He's like, we need to talk about your husband.
Oh. Oh. Is he dead?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ah, I finally got him.
Oh,
Alright, we've got plenty to talk about. Come in.
yeah.
He's gonna like take the gift and put it on the bench, and you're gonna see that he's gonna kind of like put his hand over it and turn it into a vase and stick some flowers in. Wow, what a Freudian slip. Yes, put some flowers into it, and then he's gonna pull out a little tinker's tool and like start to mold the flowers into it.
Yeah, I think they sit down. He explains literally everything that happened to Bailey, and the first thing he does is apologizes because he was away when it happened.
Oh, you don't need to apologize too much. I can understand that things happen. This was a position that he was in for a very long time, and he had an inkling that they were going to try and get rid of him eventually. Tenure was coming up, so it was a natural cause at that stage. But that's quite wow. So are we blowing up Barlam, or do we leave them alone? Do we like them? What do we do? Because I'm gonna
Well,
kill someone.
unfortunately, Balam's already been destroyed, so there's not really much you could do on that front.
Someone beat me
Uh,
to it. God damn it! It was the Empire, right?
unfortunately, I think he sighs a bit. He says, "Squall is in a tedious place in the harbor of my patience at the moment. He's proven to not be reliable outside of his reach in the world. But when it comes to being a leader, he relies very heavily on Renoa, which is why I think she is a better contact for me than he is. Um,
No.
he's good if we need spies or a blade. Renoa is good for everything else, in my opinion. But she's also currently dealing with having been with child.
Oh, good for her. I would introduce you
Regardless,
to Owls, but they're out at the moment.
I you seem very casual about it. Do you have any questions that you need answered?
I wouldn't say casual. I feel like it's more of I've acknowledged that this is a possibility for about 30 years. And I know that
Oh,
Lali has accepted that for about 40. So we've been on track. Um, yes, a couple. Does any of this affect the nobles in how I've been using them?
ah, that's what I actually wish to bring up. You've done a really good job of hiding your tracks. I'm surprised that no one in the council has noticed, but seeing how they don't care about their citizens, it doesn't surprise me. Um, actually went to the Noble Center, and I noticed that the logs, the exact same ones that the working class use in the lower center. center, and they told me that you are the one who sold it to them.
Well, not me directly, but I may have had a hand in it.
If I could, would you be all right if I was quite frank?
Oh, you've already told me my husband's gonna die, and, the town that did it is blown to smithereens. I don't think you'd need to be coy about anything.
Frankly, I want a Mysidia that I want Mysidia to change to be for all people, so everyone can have equal opportunity to have a good life. And from what I've seen of your work so far, it seems that you would be one of the most opportunistic tickets to make that happen. I plan on becoming Archmage within the next at least 5 to 15 years. I plan for homelessness and unemployment down in the next 11 to 12. I plan for a New World Alliance in 20 to 30, and I plan for the kingdom to be democratic in the next 50 to 70. I
Of
want
the
your
timelines as he's just throwing around
Well,
out here for everybody.
Okay.
We're gonna start with changing the city's power source to not be people.
I would say you probably didn't know it at this point, but yeah.
Damn it.
yeah, but he says, I want your help to connect Mysidia to the rest of the trade. You'll essentially be doing what you've been doing, except you'll be more open about it. And oh, look at that! The young new upstart councilman told me that the people down there need help, so I decided to do my best and bring two sides together. If you were to
Oh,
go down
wow,
this
that's
road
such
with,
a coincidence.
if you were to go down this road, I'd want you to be the international trade representative of Mysidia. You would help us trade with our new allies. And then by the time I'm Archmage or maybe have a higher position and more power to grab, I want you to become the full-time master of trade for Mysidia.
Hmm. Okay. So let's back up a little bit. The 20 to 30 years and forwards. I'm already 58. I only have probably a few decades left. So the 20 to 30 and onwards, you can talk to Riku, my oldest. Her and Yuna get along, so those two will be fine. Speaking of trade, I'll be the one to tell Yuffie because I don't think she'll enjoy not being in a position of power. Although Yuna does help with the forge, that's always been fun to kind of work around. And then the last part is, do I have to work with the old, like, you're going to be Archmage, but do I really have to deal with your mother? Because she's a real bitch.
Uh, I am a counselor, and I can't agree or disagree with that sentiment.
Oh, I love
But
you
you are
already.
free to have whatever opinion you please. Um, No, I wish to have you as a confidant to myself, and you would mostly be working with the archmage, which I think is just a tad bit better, but you seem to know your way around their games well enough to where Nora wouldn't be a problem for
Yes, well, I've been playing those games for 35, 40 years. I think I'm good enough. And I already have a Nora in my pocket. I'm fine.
you. Of course. I want you to help me with this because I want to make my homeland better. I want you as a confidant because you seem to understand much better than I ever would what the people really go through. I can make all the homeless shelters and healthcare places I want. That doesn't change wage disparity. That doesn't change the fact that some people have diseases that can't be healed. That doesn't change the fact that some people need mobility aids just to get into buildings that aren't cared for because they don't have access to magic. Um, I need your help seeing through the eyes of the common man, because as I've been made very well aware, I can have all the good intentions I want. That doesn't take away the privileges.
I like how smart you are about this. You're not just a pompous little asshole that stepped onto the council and then wanted to change things for the better, because that never works that way. But, considering I don't have much else now, I will accept on one condition.
And that would be
You make good on your promise to help Mysidia. you make good on the promise to be able to bring magic to the people, because we know what the upperclassmen are like. The only condition I have is that I get full freedom in how I operate. I'll tell you about it, but you let me do it my way and no one will ever know that you have people behind the scenes. I mean, how many people did you have to go through just to find me?
Hmm.
I don't work in
I
the
think
darkness. The darkness works for me.
I think I like you a lot, Shin.
Very well, I suppose I'll take this as restitution for killing my husband.
You'll
Damn.
also be working alongside a few other people. Some friends of mine are creating a new organization, and I need news of my exploits to be spread to the people because, as you know, news moves very slowly here. So if I were to, let's say, put a law on the table that would not ban people from doing magic based on their bloodline, I would need the people to know about that. They should be informed. Because I know it'll get shut down, but it shouldn't be shut down in silence. That would be unfair to my people.
That would be unjust. And what a shame that would be if something were to happen. After this scene, in like 3 days, all of the common folk already know all about this. And some of the and some of the people that are even like on the bottom, like in Cornelia and Barlam, like everyone's heard word of something about this, and you have no idea how the fuck Shin did it.
Sure.
I think what Shin
It's
would
goofy.
notice also is how quickly even though he stepped on the stage, has gotten various people in his pockets. Like I think you mentioned Izzy to like a bunch of like oh yeah, that's the guy who told gonna put us having a higher pay on the table.
Cutting out a
He
little
shook
bit, I
hands
guess.
with our boss the other. Oh, sorry.
Just a little.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 I will say
like
I wanna add one point here. As this endeavor grows, Shin, there are some people that don't really like the way that you do things. And eventually, Yuffie and Locke do leave this organization. They end
Mhm.
up starting their own private trade route, like trading company, named Shinra. And they act
cute.
as one of your direct competitors. You guys being more of a state sponsored, theirs being more of an open, kind of free market enterprise that Yuffie and Locke run together. And also, she still does a little bit of the black market stuff too. Just so you know.
I mean, when it's under the
Yeah.
table, isn't everything part of the black market?
Sure,
I
I
mean,
guess.
yeah.
So,
And I'm about to say, DM, you can post whatever because I'm about to say his first month of counselor is pretty much aired out,
yep.
written all down.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Last thing. Izzy's house. It's a house that is because I feel like this is very important because I like it. It's actually not in the counselor or the nobles. He chooses a house that's actually where the common folk live, and it's an abandoned small 5-bedroom home that's been destroyed by a fire. And Izzy just uses his magic to immediately fix it. And the thing that's unique about it is that it had a tower that was built into the center of it. And aside from that, that acts as his wizard tower and study.
Love that.
Okay. I love that too. There's one other thing I noticed when I was just kind of scrolling through that I really want to
Now you're
point
cutting
out.
out.
I'm cutting out?
Yeah,
You were.
it's been happening.
Okay.
It's been happening all night on my end.
One thing I want to point
Sorry,
out.
you got the Epsilon serious face for a hot second there.
The last thing I'll say is there's one point that I just loved so much, and that is what Ava is going to. He and Oki decide to pick up a hobby together. If you remember a long time ago when he first went to, I think, Alexandria, he bought her a booster pack of triple triad cards. And
No.
so now that they have more time, it's in the note. I'm gonna elaborate a little bit. They decide to actually learn how to play the game together. Eventually, they get really into it, and they start traveling around to the different triple triad tournaments. And they do singles and doubles, and they've actually become rather good. They've won a couple tournaments.
Yeah.
Um, Ava's not 100% sure if Oki was cheating, but he can't prove it. But they
and
have
neither
been,
can the judges, and
and
that's all
neither
that
can the
matters.
judges, and so that's all that matters.
Yep.
So yes, I just thought that
That's
was
funny.
a sweet little note that you put there at the end, and I liked it. Some nice father-daughter bonding.
I like the
Okay.
idea that Euphrasia is not
I actually
involved in
have-
this at all.
Well, you
I
know,
actually
they
have
have
one
to-
last question that I'm curious
no.
about.
Sure, what's up?
Oh no, go ahead. Y'all were talking.
Well, I was just saying, like, it's
Euphrasia's not involved in it completely. Well, like, she's involved. She goes to the tournaments, but she's like, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And
go husband and child.
I didn't read it as like they were excluding you. It's just like that was their thing. You know, it's just the thing that they do together.
No, I
so.
let it.
Yeah.
I let it be their thing, and it becomes a bit that Euphrasia has no idea what's going on.
Well, let me ask you this: what would your and Oki's thing be? Like, what's something that you think you two would bond over?
Oh my goodness. Various cold weather activities. I don't know how often snow sledding.
Oh
skiing,
yeah. I mean, you've got an airship.
Definitely
You could go up
like
to
figure skating.
Oh, that's great. I love that actually. And I mean, you could make a ice rink whenever you want, right? So you could do it even in the middle of summer.
That's a really good point.
Correct.
Okay, we are unfortunately running long on time.
One last
so we'll
question.
say, yeah, let's do like our last kind of final thoughts.
This is a very simple one because in my thing, I remember I had this very specific. I was very curious about the answer. Izzy would ask Nelly what is something that she wants to learn.
What is something
and I would
Nelly
love to know
wants
the answer.
to learn? Nelly wants to learn how to heal people. She wants to be trained as a cleric.
The same thing.
And suddenly,
because of what happened to her father and just all of that stuff, she wants to make sure that doesn't happen to other people.
And suddenly, Izzy has every book a person would need to study to learn medicine.
Specifically, I feel like Nelly would
you crazy.
specifically want to specialize in reconstruction surgery and in plastic surgery because both of her parents died from fires. And
fires, yep.
I will say
like, nobody else should have to see that.
Izzy does also not care for Izzy. Nelly does have a phobia of fire. Like she just inherently has this natural aversion to it based on
phobia of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so unfortunately, we are going to have to start wrapping this up. So, what is everyone's final fantasies they would like to share here at the end? Everybody, one last one before we wrap up officially. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to say? Anything? Anything you want to say?
Sleeping kitten on my lap right now.
Hello, kitty.
That's my final thought.
That's adorable.
Hello, kitty.
He's finally calmed the fuck down.
Just in time for us to wind down.
This has been an extra fun and surreal experience, and I love that everyone labels my character the best in RP, even though I'm just kind of doing what I do. It's almost like I get possessed by this character that I don't even. That it's just like I'm just talking.
Yeah.
So I'm happy everyone seems to like it.
Wonderful art for Izzy.
I'm glad I got to join this because Wolf, honestly, you're a breath of fresh air compared to like GMs I've been with in the past, and
I'm glad to have you here for sure. Thank you for jumping in so late. I mean, you came in, you hit the ground running, and you just did great. I'm looking forward to playing more campaigns with you. We've got Daggerheart starting up later in the month, so I'm glad to have you as part of the Wolfkin's Tabletop family outside of this too. So glad you decided to take a chance on this random. Hey, I need a player. Can you help me?
I mean, first it was Eorzea, where like,
oh right, yeah,
I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So, and then I figured out what I was doing, and now I'm here, and I get to be
slot on the real Kupo. Well, not the real, but the original Kupo Quest. If you're interested.
Yeah, no, I get to be a little British and a little bitchy.
Yeah, we love it. Avon needs that in his life.
So does Fishy. Hey. Final thoughts. Honestly, I'm kind of like I don't even like remember how the original post had come across on my Twitter, but I saw that like someone posted and they're like doing a Final Fantasy D&D campaign, and I don't think I have ever annoyed anybody so goddamn much in my life. Like,
You did send me a
please
lot
don't
of
do this,
messages.
please. I bombarded you, but like I have learned so much about this, and I feel like if I hadn't have said yes to that, I probably wouldn't have even known about D&D. And now it's like completely consumed my life. I'm doing so many games, I'm doing so many campaigns and everything. And I'm like,
That's what it does.
this is
Sneaks up on
honestly
you.
this is honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I get to meet some incredible people, and like I've learned so much about not taking it seriously, having fun with it. Like, I feel like there is not a single campaign where I haven't died yet, which is fucking lit.
Except Werewolfkin's Con.
Yeah, except for the whole month
except
of
for the one where you're
horror-based
meant to die.
games.
Yeah.
The only time
Maybe
I
you'll
didn't
change
die.
that.
I don't know.
Maybe
He's
you'll
not
There's another
change
October
that.
coming.
I tried.
But yeah, I feel
Maybe.
like if it wasn't for Kupo Quest, I wouldn't even know about D&D in general. So like, this is probably one of the best things that I've been a part of and has happened to me. And thank you for letting me play and letting me nerd out with Final Fantasy. And
Sure,
yeah,
you were the first person we brought on, because I made that post on Twitter, and then you were like, "I want in." I'm like, "Okay," like, because I was afraid
put
no
me in
one.
the game.
I was afraid that they'd be like, "That's stupid. No one wants to do that." But we had a couple people. I mean, we had, we've had more than this. We had Grunthor and
Yeah, we've had like 6 or 7 of us, I think.
yeah, and then there were some
Yeah,
others
something
that just that wanted to. That one guy from Session Zero who just like never came back. No one remembers him but
I
me.
honestly, I
Yeah,
think
don't
I
even
hallucinated
remember.
him.
yeah, it's a
But
gazebo
yeah,
effect.
no, but yeah, I
Um,
this has been great. Go ahead, Sufishy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're. I was going to say, relating to what Nozak said. I found this on a D&D Beyond forum, and my friends have told me so many horror stories about playing with just completely random people on the internet,
Yeah.
and I was like, "There's no way it's this bad, right?" And so I was like, "You know what? I'll scroll the forums and see what I can find." And so I went into this. I was like, "Oh, Final Fantasy. I know a little bit. I play a lot of D&D. Let's just see how it goes." So I wasn't necessarily going into this thinking, "Man, this is going to be a fucking train wreck." But I was like, "How bad can this really be?" And then we get this fucking awesome game. So I'm like, "Well, my friend's lying. Like, is it really that bad?" So random people online.
I have told so many people that we are one of the luckiest groups of
Yeah.
D&D players on the internet. Like,
Seriously.
we've had, even like across Kupo Quest, across Temptations, across Golden Vault, we've had like one negative, and the
Yeah.
rest has all been like rather positive. And even if there was anything
Yeah.
behind the scenes, nobody would ever fucking know about it. Like,
Right.
I've told people, I'm like, Wolf is the luckiest DM from all the stories I've heard, from what I've seen. Like, we
I
are
got
the luckiest group of people.
Now, I did do some curating up front, especially with Kupo Quest, because like I had people apply, and so I kind of
Oh, sure.
weeded people out based on general vibes and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I got lucky. I totally got lucky with just the people that said yes. I mean, everybody got along. Nobody was like
Yeah.
just like super mean or like crazy rules lawyer, like wants to like lock
Or
down everything.
like
Yeah.
horrifyingly racist, sexist, homophobic,
Yeah.
transphobic, etc.
Right, I got all the gays. I snatched up
Yeah.
all the gays.
You snatched
Yeah.
up every straightened person this side of the.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I say as like, because I know not like, if I say the word queer to my mother, she'll be like, "What the shit? What the shit, Epsilon?" Or
I
like
think that's accepted. But
I know
Yeah,
it's
I
being
feel like-
reclaimed. Not everyone has reclaimed it, and I like
I see
straightened
that.
because
straightened. I'd never heard that.
and
Yeah,
it's
same as
also
mine, though.
more widely encompassing. I made it up.
Oh, okay.
And also, adding on to that, Wolf, you should be lucky. If you get one more queer person, you get a free coffee with your punch card.
Oh man, I do. I am so
Yo!
close.
I'm about to
Dude,
say,
I gotta start
know-
catching them all. Let's go.
I need to bring Athena into this, my friend
That's
from
just free
Omega's channel.
Free I'll
so
take
you
the
can
free
get
coffee.
free coffee.
So,
Alright.
two things. Well, one, I meant to tell you this. If I have my Mondays free until you do Fabula Ultima, so if there's anything you want me to be a part of, me and I'll see if I have time.
Fabula Ultima
two-
is coming. It's not next, but I'm still
Yeah.
planning that one. The system's
But
harder to build out
two-
than I thought.
Fair. But two, would you guys like to play test a Kids on Broom setting that I might run for my friends because I'm a bit nervous about it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Basically,
Yeah.
it'll be Kids on. It'll with slightly altered with a slightly altered rule, but you guys will be playing. It would be the main characters are teachers at this magical school.
Cool.
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah!
just post it in the Discord. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
I'm just
let me
fine,
say
babe.
let me say something. I just want to thank all of you and Killer. She had to leave, but like I just want to echo. I got so lucky, like with the people that just wanted to play, and I've tried to cultivate like a fun game, and I hope that I did. But I just appreciate you all being, showing up, and being here, being in character, not taking things too seriously, not giving me a bunch of behind the scenes drama. Like I'm not constantly having to deal with, oh, I hate this person and I don't have to deal with all that. It's great. If you hate somebody on the cast, you just haven't told me, and I appreciate it because it's just one less thing for me to deal with. But no, and I just this was just some random idea I had. Like I was like, I want to try streaming. I love D&D. I love Final Fantasy. I just want to put this together, and I never even really thought it would go anywhere. And this has been my favorite campaign that I've ran to date. I don't know what's going to top it. I don't know if it can ever be topped, but I've had so much fun, which is why I'm going to make you all come back and do spinoffs for the rest of your
Nice.
lives. But
Yes.
just building the world, playing these with these characters, these players, it has been such an honor, and I'm so glad that you all have been a part of this journey with me. And I couldn't have done this without you all. This would not have been the same experience with anybody else, right? And I don't think it would have been as fun with any other cast of characters, players. So that's it.
I'd say I knew it was a match made in heaven when immediately I joined and you said, "Hey, do you want to talk now?" And I said, "Oh." And we literally talked during our break. And
yeah.
I think the first thing I said, "Hey, by the way, I'm queer. Is that a problem for you?" And
No.
you were just so perturbed by the fact that I would even ask.
Why would that be a problem? Who would have a problem with that? I just
That's
don't
a
get those people.
feature. That's
Yeah.
not a
No,
bug.
and
That's
then-
a feature.
And then you get in here and you're like, oh, he's collecting gays. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. No, you guys.
collected. You didn't even mean to pull me in. I just.
Oh fuck.
I just
You
exist.
should have.
Yeah.
No, you guys should have been there when Wolf was looking at me in horror as I explained what D&D is like for the average black person, and he was like, "Dear God."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
One of my players, Astral, who was in Stifled, which was the combined with Temptation. Astral has told me some horror stories from their experiences, and I'm like,
Oh, I don't think I told you guys.
What?
I'm not sure if you watched my interview episode. I don't know.
did.
Regardless,
I did forever ago. Wolf.
yeah, but there was a Epsilon probably does that. But there was a DM who got mad because he said I was too quote hard pressed to play a black character, and it was quote ruining his lore. And I was like, how?
What?
I remember
Am
that.
I allowed
That's
to laugh at
wild.
that? Like that's so upsetting.
I'm laughing at it.
It's so
No,
upsetting.
but
It like
then-
turns
I'm
back
laughing at it.
around
That's
into being
hilarious.
absurd, which makes it
Wow.
funny.
I
No,
don't understand.
and literally he was.
like,
And then I was
don't
literally just like,
understand.
why would you have to change the lore? He's like, well, I have to explain black elves. Their ancestors were closer to the equator.
Yeah,
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
black elves. It's not that
You
hard.
did it.
Yeah,
No shade, but
there's no room for that kind of shit on my channel. Like I don't put up with that. Like if and luckily I haven't had to, but that is what would get you removed from a show. Any kind of that bullshit. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
Like
making a
You
joke,
have-
but also adding on to that. Making a joke, but adding on to that. You've done such a good job finding great people that there is a mod chat, and it's so boring. We just talk the most random, like, I had the worst fucking Big Mac at McDonald's, and y'all be like, I hate that place. That's all it is. Like, there's nothing actually happening in there.
The most discourse is a psychologist getting into worst comment section.
Yes,
That
literally.
was the best. That was okay, and it was an incredibly positive comment, and
It
made me
was.
feel very good about the interactions I chose to take and the way I chose to go about them. I'm like, that I did a cleric thing. I did a 20 whiz interaction really well.
Yeah,
Like,
that
fucking-
And now
I love
Izzy
that.
and Euphrasia are probably just like besties for life, I think. Except
bonds
it mostly
forged cannot be broken.
you get like random packages, and it's just like random little bullshit trinkets that Euphrasia has found or collected like
Euphrasia's-
along.
Euphrasia's gonna walk into Izzy's room and just look, why is your bed broken in half? And he's gonna be like, don't worry about it.
And then
Wait,
it
your
takes like
bed's broken. Sorry.
wait.
It's like if you've read Fourth Wing, it's like when they do it. If anybody's read Fourth Wing.
I
My
haven't,
friend Ella
on-
has told me many things.
I love Fourth
I know
Wing.
enough about Fourth Wing. I'm assuming we're talking about it being so bad it's good kind of thing.
No, I love Fourth Wing. I think it's great. But what I'm talking about is
Oh.
when they have sex and she like loses control of herself, her powers, she like literally starts blowing shit apart because she can't control all of her powers.
Shit! I
and stuff.
remembered that.
Yes.
I remember that. I
Euphrasia
watched
is
a
the
review of
character.
it.
Euphrasia is the character who is like very on the ball but also slightly naive. And like walking into Izzy and Taurus and the bed's broken, be like, wait, live in Buzzcat's bed's broken as well. Is there like a bed breaker going around? And Ava's like, I have standards to live up to now.
See,
Ava's like,
Ava breaks the bed.
I'm a
start hitting the
literal-
gym.
I'm a literal god, and they're outpacing me in the bedroom.
Ava
Honestly-
would be heated seeing this nerd with an 8
God.
strength.
Yeah.
All right, I hate to do this, but
Oh, God.
I'm gonna have to round down and do our outro. It's
Yeah, it's like
almost
one
one
for you,
here,
yeah.
so let me just say again, thank you all so much. Thank you, those that have watched, that have just commented, that have been with us. Kellen, you especially have made this just such an incredible journey. I
OG.
hope that you come along for other shows that we do. It's been great just having you, just be a part of all of
Please
this.
watch Daggerheart. I'm in that one too.
Yeah, you should watch
Yeah.
that at end of the month. End of the month, it's coming out. But yeah, we just have loved having you and your comments, and it's made doing this more fun than it already was. If you all want to keep in touch, remember this will be the last episode of Kupo Quest that will be on the Highwind Herald channel. So any of the things we do going forward will be on my main Wolfkin's Tabletop channel. So if you're not following that, make sure you hop over and follow that on YouTube. If you want to keep in touch with us, join the Discord. Like we said, we in there and we're talking shit about Big Mac sometimes. It's just a fun, chill
I
place.
dropped the ball on quotes.
Well,
Damn
you need to
it!
get back on it.
Oh,
Again,
Yep.
we do not tolerate any kind of racism, sexism. That shit does not fly on our Discord. So if that's you, don't join. But otherwise, if you're looking for just a good place to hang out and talk to us and talk to, about D&D, anything, please join. I have a Patreon you can join. Free members, I put out a newsletter every Monday, which is really just me word vomiting, but it's fun. Free members, and then we also have some paid tiers if you wanted to, but join for free and get some stuff. That is where I will share the full list of everything that the people wanted to do. I'll make that available for free members. So all you got to do is click join for free. You don't have to pay me a dime. But with that, I will have to say, for the very last time for Kupo Quest, post-credit scene. In the inky darkness of space, the creature stirs. Its eyes blink open as if awakened from a beautiful dream by a loud noise. It sniffs the void, as if it can smell something within the vacuum. Its tongue lashes out, as if to taste the cosmos themselves. Finally, it stops. Its eyes, now clear from sleep, narrow as it seems to have located its prey. With a silent roar, the beast unfolds its continent-sized platinum wings and takes flight, as Bahamut sets off to pass judgment on the newly born god of Fantasia.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Lali-ho,
was gonna make a
friends.
joke. I was gonna make a joke at the start of that, be like, you read my smart?
Oh,
Lali-ho, friends. We will see you when we see you.
Uh-oh.
Good night,
I
everybody.
hate it here.
The final justice!
I'm going home.